everyone! Welcome,
Hello.
welcome back to another week of All Fun and Dice. It's our 13th episode today with a Baker's Dozen. So as you might notice, someone is not here today. They've been replaced with Saber for the moment.
Polymorph.
Reno has some prior commitments and he's not going to be able to make it to tonight's stream. So we will be missing Gray's character, Gray's player today, but that should be okay. I also want to point out, as you can see below me here, we have some beautiful art and some beautiful layout made by, the art was made by Railgun?
Yeah, Railgunner. Yep.
Yes, Railgunner. He made the 4 art for now. You want a big thanks. It looks incredible. Look at Yuri right there. Ooh, gorgeous.
I love it.
Ooh.
Rail, doesn't it look so good?
It
Rail
looks-
here? Yeah, Rail's in chat, yeah.
It looks incredible. So happy with how it looks. And now you guys can, if you're ever curious, without having to go into the D&B
Extension. There.
extension, thank you. You'll be able to see some stats and some character information about our players, which is incredible. With that, I believe that is everything. We have to, all of our little housekeeping moments.
Housekeeping.
That's the last thing we have to do, so we'll jump straight into it. Okay. With the wind at their backs and bags bursting with food, our party set off once again down the journeyman's path. Their 5-day journey from the small hamlet of Persimmon to the bustling town of Papia was filled with science and sparring. After a quick stop and sleep in a bed, the group found themselves caught in a terrible storm. In their rush to get out of the rain, the decrepit form of the spirited moth was their only rose from the storm and was their only proper cover. Inside the old way house, the corpse-like Lady L and the lovely Tiffany greeted them, offering tea and a warm meal. Much to our hero's surprise, the offerings were poisoned, revealing the strange family to be a group of cannibals. You now find yourselves in the aftermath of a bloody fight for your lives in the cellar of the spirited moth. The 3 corpses of Bear, Tiffany, and Lady L, some in pieces strewn around you. Most of you are tired, but no one... As much as it was a hard fight, one with your fists and your knives, you didn't lose anything too important to yourselves. But you're still without your equipment.
Mm-hmm. But we know our equipment is inside the chest, though.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh my god. What have we gotten ourselves into this time, guys?
I'm just gonna, because all the other people are all dead, right, at this point?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start looking for the key for the chest.
Alright, roll an investigation check for me. Gray is just gonna slump down against a far wall.
Hey Gray, how are you feeling?
Well, not tired as always.
Ooh, nice. What's the perception set? Sorry?
Investigation.
Sorry, investigation. 18.
18. So, having a quick look around the room, you see the familiar cage, the broken chairs, and the kind of grisly-looking corpses hanging in the corner. You don't see anything around the ground, but when you get to the edge of the fire pit, you can see a gleam from within the burning coals. That you would get you can wager that it's probably the keys that might have fallen off of Lady L when she was thrown in.
Is there anything around the room that I could use to poke the fire or grab it out of the fire?
The only things you see that could even be used for that maybe would be some of the forks or assorted other butchering equipment on the table, but it's not quite long enough. You have to probably get in.
I have precipitation. Can I use that to stuff out 1 foot of fire? And then grab it?
No. Precipitation is a lot. You can snuff out a small flame, but
not
as you know, this is a large,
big,
almost like a 15-foot bonfire.
Okay.
Even though it has waned quite a bit.
Pippin, I think that I see the keys inside there. Do you have anything that you can throw into the fire to extinguish it? Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. You don't have any of your items on you.
Oh, you're right. Maybe if we could get into that chest. Why don't we just, I don't know.
We got your lockpick out and nobody has been able to open it yet.
I guess I'll try again. Can I try again with my lockpick?
Yep, you can take a roll.
Can I have my dice bag,
Oh my
please?
gosh.
Thank you.
The professional.
Bag of holding.
You do have that as well. Pippin's going to dig through it looking for his
No, I
lockpick.
don't have my bag of holding.
Yeah, you guys got it out.
No.
No.
I got my lockpick out.
It was in your bag of holding.
No.
But the bag of holding didn't fit through the slot.
Yeah, but it's poking out of the hole, so you can
okay.
reach into it still.
We got tenaculum to get it from my bag of holding.
Damn.
Natural 1.
Nice.
So it
Wow.
takes you very, very long time to open this up.
I do open it up?
Yep, the pressure of it, though, leads you to, in the final moments, it clicks, and then you hear snap.
Wow, this lock really sucks.
As the lockpick breaks, so you don't have a functioning... You have more tools in there, but you don't have a functioning lockpick right now.
Can I mend it back together?
Oh, yeah, you can.
Okay, I'll quickly repair it with the mending camera.
So now the chest is up.
Yep, in the chat, you it doesn't creak open at all, but you hear that as like the lock moves.
So I guess we'll go grab all of our stuff. I'll hand out.
What else is in there?
Alright, so who's digging through?
I'll go first because I was just standing right next to it anyways.
So on top of it, you see some familiar items. You see pulled up against the side of where the hole was made, you see Pippin's bag of holding.
I'm just going to pass it out to whoever it is.
Yep, you can see, again, Erie's familiar viney staff imbued with a magic from Pippin. And you see everybody's assorted weaponry and other bags and stuff like that.
Okay.
As you go down more, you do see that there's another layer of items within the chest.
So this might be the people that are in, like the people before us?
Possibly. So right off the bat, all you can really see is there is a couple sets of clothing. There's another bag of sorts in there.
I'll look through it, I guess.
Okay. So you look through the bag, or...
Yeah, I'll look through like whatever's in there. I'll hand it to like Pippin, and I'll hand some to Erie.
Hand me what?
Just like random stuff that's in the bottom. To look through it. How
What
many
is
bags
it?
are there? Just one.
There's just one other bag in there, but there's like assorted clothes. As you get closer to the bottom, you notice that the clothes is like starting to like almost like there's a lot of moth holes in it, and it's starting to like kind of deteriorate and fade.
Okay.
Can I look at the bag?
Yep.
What's inside of it?
As you open the bag, Pippin, you were greeted with a familiar sight of like the void that you're used to seeing when you look into your own bag.
Guys, I think this is another bag of holding.
Oh my gosh. What's in it?
I don't know. I try to shake the bag to get whatever's in it out.
As you shake the bag, you just hear a crunch, and a rain of coins of assortment varieties, gold, silvers, and coppers pours and pours onto the ground. Almost like a torrent out of a fountain. As well as a second set of clothing tumbles out as well.
So there's the bag, the clothing. Do you remember we got that little medallion out from under there that you tried to use as a lockpick?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Who has that?
Oh, I have it here.
It'd be gray.
Okay, hold on to that, Gray.
Oh, can do.
There must have been, so we're still in like the cannibal basement, right? So there's like bodies hung to the far side.
Yep, there's like a couple that are still distinguishable easily as corpses. A lot of the other ones have been kind of stripped bare and are missing limbs. More like meat hung in a locker of sorts.
How much money was inside this little coin thing?
Roll a quick just intelligence check.
Math check.
Yeah, basically, yeah. See how much you can count quickly.
It takes me a long time, but I count a lot.
What do you roll?
Where's my intelligence at? 9.
9? So you can roll, quickly look over it, and you can tell, even just looking, there's at least 100 gold in this pile. At the minimum. There's a lot of silver and
just by looking
copper.
through, like basically I'm just focusing on the gold and no platinum in here like that.
You don't see any platinum, but you know that there's at least 100 gold within the amount of all the coins.
Okay. And the other clothing was just regular clothing, it was just like nothing. You don't know.
You guys haven't really looked at it.
Well, he's asking, are you going to look at it?
Yeah, I'm going to look at it. I'm going to hand it to Pippin because I've seen you inspect clothes before. Pippin, does this look... Yeah, you're like... Sorry. Pippin, do these clothes look like you would need them, or anybody here could use them for any reason?
So I'm gonna hold up the clothes that were in the bag of holding. What do they look like?
It's like a long, kind of like, recognize it as almost like a robe of sorts. Maybe something that like a traditional wizard would wear, but none of you really see
looks like a
a
wizard's
traditional
robe
wizard.
to me.
Wizard's robe.
I wonder if, and then I'm gonna look over at the corpses hung on the hooks. There was probably maybe a wizard among those bodies.
Anybody here close to being a wizard or want to be a wizard? Yeah.
Not me.
Not me either. Erie, you're
No.
looking to be a wizard anytime soon with your staff?
No, this isn't that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Well, do you want this?
think we should hold on to it. Perhaps we can sell it maybe and make some
not
money.
really.
It might be magical. I can identify it later, but I kind of want to get out of this scary dungeon.
I think we should just get out of here.
Put it
as well,
in the
too.
bag.
I'll put it in the new bag.
I'm
So
also-
you're just gonna leave the rest of
I'm
everything?
handing the rest of the gold over to everybody, like splitting it.
So you're like shoveling it back
Yeah.
into the bag
Yeah, we'll just keep it
by
inside
the
there.
fistful. Okay. So as you grab the last couple things out of the chest, you notice what you can see from what you're looking at is just clothes.
There's nothing hidden inside the chest at all? No.
If you want to look for something, you can.
Sure, I'll look to see if there's anything weird hidden at the bottom.
Roll investigation.
7.
7. So as you're rummaging, you don't really see anything. Eventually, like maybe your hand hits on something a bit firmer. You imagine maybe it's a pair of boots, but you don't find any hidden compartments or anything. But there is something more solid.
Can I tilt this chest over? Like
Yeah, it's a
down?
little heavy.
Pippin, can you go to the other end of this?
Okay.
So we're gonna tip it upside down.
Well, as you tip it, like a big puff of dust goes across the room as like the clothing at the very bottom is all like almost like deteriorating, puffs into your the guts in your eyes and makes like great sneezes. You see just the clothes scattered around. There's definitely a finer set of clothes in here with a nicer like matching set of like leather boots that tumble off to one side, and you see something that almost looks like another bag-like, almost quiver-like object that looks like it's almost covered in like an old rotten mold fall. And
Does it quiver? Sorry. Is that?
yep,
Like for arrows and stuff. Okay, so I will look inside there and see what's in there.
inside you can see it almost looks like it used to be covered in like moss or some sort of like lichen, but it looks like it's died and has shriveled up.
So it's just a bag.
It's a quiver.
Quiver. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. For mine, I'm assuming my arrows are just in my backpack.
Yeah, probably it's just by like on your waist.
All right. Well, I'll hold the quiver and I'll put all my arrows inside.
Okay.
Specifically the barbed arrows, I guess, because I'm not gonna hold too many of the other stuff in there.
Yeah, it would probably, looking at it, you'd probably know it would probably hold around 20 arrows.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll put the 20 barb that I have in there. Rest of the clothes I'll just I hand it over to Pippin. Here you go, Pippin. Here's some more clothes. The boots looks rather interesting. I don't know if we should. And I look down at my boots, but I already got brand new boots.
They gleam.
Yeah.
So
So
You really like shoes.
So how many sets of clothing is it?
There's there's the one nicer set and the robes, and there's another fancier set. Looks like it has like almost like a velvet shirt. Those are the three main ones, and then there's some. It's hard to tell how much other clothing is in there.
So what were the
But there's
three?
probably
The
at
wizard
least-
robes, the velvet
the
shirt.
boots.
And just a nicer set of red clothing with boots. And there are some other outfits that are a bit more commoner-ish, a bit less appealing to look at.
Okay.
Probably another 4 sets, and then there's the decomposing ones, which you can't really tell.
Yeah, I
how
don't
many sets fully are
I
there.
don't want the rotten clothes.
Okay. Shall we get out of here then?
Well, yeah, I suppose. I'm gonna walk over to the corpse of Lady L,
Yeah, as it's cut in half, falling, all charred, hair burned away.
and I'm gonna kind of, without touching her, kind of examine her. Does she have any like sort of like magical stuff around her? Because like she seemed to like not die.
Roll investigation.
Natural 1 again.
Oh, jeez.
No, you're disgusted by the sight of just even looking at her. This small, shriveled form
Yeah.
with her blackened, flaking skin.
Gross. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
Can I just take a cursory glance around the room and one last look to see if there's anything, like, is there any drawers or anything like that that can be opened?
No, you can roll investigation.
How's everyone looking around when I look around the room? Do they look beat
You guys
up?
look tired. You definitely took a couple hits, but no one is looking like really in danger.
Okay.
Pippin's looking the most tired.
I'm seeing Pip. Or sorry, you're doing anything.
What'd you roll?
16?
16. So you take a quick glance, and your eyes like dart around, seeing the brick and the wood, and you see a small like cupboard under, like a small shelf underneath the butcher's table. But when you open it, you just find more utensils of sorts and a couple plates.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So nothing very, nothing really special is what you
Alright.
find.
The guy the big guy,
Yeah, Bear, the big green
Bear.
dragonborn.
Can I check his pockets?
Yeah, sure. You reach your hands in and you feel something wet in the one pocket and you just like drive your hand out. It's like, you're not sure what it was. It was damp for some reason. In the other pocket you just find a small pocket knife and 3 copper pieces.
I don't want it.
You don't even grab it?
No, I'm just like...
What kind of armor is he wearing?
He's not. He is like bare chested with
Fair.
just with just a set of like typical trousers.
Okay.
Is it still raining outside?
You guys haven't opened the door yet.
We don't know
I
anything.
thought the door was open. They came down with the door open.
It swung shut.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is anybody else like wearing? Like, does anybody else have any like things? Who else do we haven't loaded? I think it was. Oh my god.
Tiffany?
Tiffany. Yes.
How could you forget Lona?
I know. Me of all people. I walk up to Tiffany, looking over top.
And
of
she's
her.
like half falling down the staircase.
I feel.
Luckily, she's wearing shorts.
Who was the person that ended up killing Tiffany?
It was me, wasn't it?
Is it Erie?
Pretty sure Erie killed half of them.
I think I killed almost everyone except for the little one.
Well, I will. Does she have any armor on at all, or is she just like walking?
No, she's wearing like a fairly loose corset. Just it's kind of how the dress of the style of the day is.
All right. I won't bother looting. I'll walk over top of her and then go upstairs.
Okay. So as you push open, the doors obviously didn't lock behind you. You hear the rustle of a chain as you open.
I'm just gonna open the door and veer out, but not actually walk out.
As soon as you open the door, water starts and hits your face.
Okay.
As the rain is still coming down quite heavily, and you can see from where you are, you can see a small lighted window in a wall.
Okay.
Are we
we in
somewhere else?
Yeah, are we in a cellar outside?
You guys aren't sure. You haven't.
All right. Well, the rain is coming down quite heavily outside. I don't think we should take our time here. I think we should head out before anybody finds us. We don't know what kind of friends they might have.
Yeah, let's go check on our cart. Hopefully they didn't eat Worthington and Delicious, our cow.
I'm gonna put my crown on.
Yep.
Okay.
What?
That's all.
I always imagine.
Gray
I
was-
imagine you just always wear the crown.
Is
now.
great.
Well, I assume it was taken off of me.
Yes. Yeah. You would have.
Yeah.
You would have grabbed it, so you can put it back.
Oh no, we almost forgot. Come on, Gray.
Come on, Gray. Let's go.
Oh, I was here the whole time. Don't you know? Don't worry.
He's always with us.
You sound different.
Save
You
it.
sure you
Hey,
are?
hey, Sorry.
Save her.
Sorry, all. Gray, get back here.
Gray.
Gray's like, I'm not going nowhere.
So as you open the door and you step out into the rain, you're almost immediately soaked once again to the bone. But you can see that it looks like you're around back of the spirited moth. And maybe of some sort of storm cellar.
So
that
we're
was
in
the
storm
original
cellar.
purpose, at least.
Okay, so I'll hold the door open for everybody to come outside.
Great, and I'm assuming the others will rush out behind you.
Let's get going. Let's go check. Do we all know where the cart is or was held?
I know it's just around the corner there. If we just go left, we'll be able to find it.
Gray, lead the way then.
Did we just leave the cows in the rain? That wasn't
We don't
nice.
have cows. I don't
Sorry.
know why you keep saying cows.
Oh,
Donkeys.
donkeys.
Suddenly we have cows.
Well, follow me, guys. Worthington's in there too. We should check on him. Alright, Gray will kind of drag his feet and hurry around the side. You guys will see under a small, almost like it's basically like a lean-to. The cart is hanging out, but the donkeys in Worthington are like cuddled up.
So they are still there.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they only eat people, it seems.
Yes.
Not
Never read
donkeys.
odd taste.
Yeah.
What type was she? Sorry. Was she a tiefling? I forget what you said. That she was
She was a halfling.
halfling.
A halfling, a human, and a dragonborn.
Seems quite odd.
Very.
Are halflings known to eat humans? Is that
Not that I know of.
Hmm.
I don't know many halflings though.
I
I know
know.
humans definitely
Well,
don't.
history check.
I don't know many dragonborn, as far as I can know.
These rolls. I rolled a 12.
You don't know many, but you can assume that a whole race of people aren't cannibals.
Yeah, I don't think so. We are kind of in like the sticks though. Like we're pretty far from anywhere right now.
I think perhaps the next time we decide to stay somewhere, maybe we should not send everybody in. Maybe one at a time would be a good idea.
Or maybe be a little bit more cautious. I actually can purify food with a spell that I know. So maybe I'll do that from now on.
Are you able to do
Probably
it?
a good idea.
How often are you able to do that?
I can ritually do it as much as I want. It just takes time.
Is it visible? Like, can other people see this happening?
Yeah.
Because the only thing that I might see happen is we get into an area and, you know, somebody might take offense to the cooking being ritual casted.
I mean, does that matter if they're offended?
I'd rather not die. I'd
Yeah.
rather offend someone than die.
If they
Or
do
maybe,
ask,
how about from now on until we get to some more civilized lands, how about we just eat our own food?
Well,
that sounds rather nice.
what? Well, we haven't been doing it yet. Why hasn't someone hunt?
I don't know how to hunt.
I do.
I
I believe me and Yuri can possibly look for some stuff. And we also have Worthington, which would be nice to possibly teach Worthington to
He's
have.
a wolf, the wild wolf. I'm not sure how much we can train him to do.
Well,
We can try our
We can at
best.
least
Lonan's
try.
part wolf, you know? No offense.
not taken.
Okay.
Well, let's check on them. Should we be careful
Oh,
in the future?
Are we just gonna go out in the rain?
I don't think we should stay here.
I don't
right?
really want to stay. I'm gonna. Should we go search the inn really quick?
Go back inside there.
The inn itself, not the basement.
Gray, are you okay staying outside and watching as
No.
we go inside?
Well, I'm not gonna complain. I might take a quick nap here.
In the rain, be careful. Don't catch a cold.
Well, I'm not in the rain. I'm under the lean-to here.
Okay.
As are you.
Oh yeah, just thought the rain stopped.
Well, let's head in then. Gray, make sure to make a ton of noise if somebody might be on their way.
Can do, and he's
Yeah,
gonna be.
keep watch.
And he'll draw the like really large knife that Tiffany was wielding at one point.
Okay.
Alright, so we'll go in and look through the inn really quickly. I specifically want to be trying to find the poison that they used on us.
Okay, so you enter in, and it's the same small room with just the two tables, the armchair, and the fire, burning down to coals, similar to the large one in the basement, and the small kitchenette area and the staircase leading up beside it to what you imagine are where the rooms are.
I run over to the kitchen. I'm like, rations, anyone? Oh wait, right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because they're all poisoned.
Yeah, no, don't need any of that.
Yeah. I'll look around the kitchen for anything that seems interesting. Other
You
than
can both
food.
roll investigation. Were you doing anything, Yuri?
Yeah, I'm not gonna go into the kitchen. I'm gonna look for like a bedroom.
Okay, so you can you see that there aren't any doors. It's fairly the room is it's a big single room, but it's not. There's no doorways off of it other than the staircase, so you can head upstairs if
Okay.
you'd like.
Yeah.
When you go upstairs, you actually see that it's a very thin hallway with a door to your right and door to your left. Left. So you open the door to your left, and creaks open, and you see a well-made bed, just 4 single beds all in a line. They look like they're untouched, and even opening the door, you can see that a line of dust is left by the door pushing in. Like no one's probably been in this room for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna creep in slowly.
And you can see as you take your little steps, the moonlight distorted by the rain. You can see little poofs of dust from your footprints, and it just looks like this is maybe where they had guests when people actually managed to get that far into their journey here.
Okay. Nothing interesting about the room though, just beds and that's it.
Roll investigation. We'll jump back downstairs. What'd you guys roll?
I rolled a 20.
Really?
I rolled a 13 plus 7.
What do you have a plus 7 in?
Investigation. I got a 20 in intelligence, and I'm proficient in
Jeez.
investigation.
I rolled 11.
Okay.
Big brain boy.
Guess so.
So, Lonan, you're overcome with a weird, conflicting emotions of, disgust at these cannibals, but, that weird slight attraction you felt to Tiffany. And it's
Yeah.
really kind of making you fumble. And you're not really able to find anything of, special. You find a couple, spices, and you find the green tea.
I'm actually, sorry, I should have said this, but I don't really care about looking for food. I'm more looking for, spices, herbs, and stuff that I can give to Pippin.
You don't find anything that you, from your mild training,
Okay.
you find mostly oregano, stuff you recognize, and salt. You don't find anything useful.
I won't take anything.
Pippin, you do manage to push around, and you find where they store their cheeses and their breads. And while you are pushing around in the cabinets, you notice that little almost like a false ceiling to one of the shelves.
Oh, okay. I will quickly pull it out. So you know, Lonan, eating people is actually fairly efficient. It turns out people have all the nutrients you need in them.
And then I'm just like, I wouldn't know. Even though, like, I might actually know.
Fun fact, though I wouldn't recommend it.
Yes.
There's a chance you could catch a weird disease.
The taste might not be the best either.
I mean, who knows?
And then I'm in the process of about to tell him about that story with the bunny men and remember that bunny man story? But you know, this one time when we were hunting those bunny men. Never mind.
They weren't bunny men. They were just giant rabbits.
Yes, they reminded me of bunny men at the time. But
have you ever seen bunny men?
No.
I've heard of I've heard of people from the Beastlands who resemble animals, but never bunny people.
Well, they looked rather tasty.
Maybe one day we'll find a bunny man for you to eat, and I remove the false seal.
Yeah, and then, like, you hear like a doop.
Okay.
And you find a small vial of a clear-colored liquid within.
Okay.
Anything else with it? No.
Just the vial.
I will take the vial very carefully and pop the top off and kind of smell it.
You take
Can I identify
You inefficiently open it, and as you know, you should waft.
Yeah, I do.
No, you said sniff. You did this.
Well, I sniffed
No,
the wafted
no.
air.
No, you said it.
Pippin has proper laboratory etiquette.
Pippin
Too late.
has fallen unconscious today, so he can make mistakes. So you take a whiff, and before you even realize that your sleepiness and the head wounds you have received is messing with your judgment. You feel a small wave of that similar.
Is he about to fall over?
No, because
Okay.
it passes quickly.
Does he look like he's about to fall over? Like, should I catch him?
No, you gotta roll. His eyes roll for a second. His eyes rolls for a second before you kind of stay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna cap it and go, whoo! We'll sniff some of that later.
Be careful. Like, did I notice him kind of be almost not under the spell, but affected by the poison?
What's your passive perception?
13.
13? Yep, you're able to notice that something's definitely up. You can't tell if it's maybe him
Like, I'm
passing
conscious.
out, but you can tell that he has, he's at least interested in what he saw.
Pippin, you need to be careful with these things. We just got done talking about that. I'm gonna go check on Eerie and make sure she's okay.
Sorry, I was a little hurt. I'm gonna go hang out with Gray.
Very well. Is Eerie upstairs?
Alright, what did you roll for your investigation?
I rolled a 7.
7. So it's very dark. The faint light that is coming in from the storm outside is mostly large cracks of lightning that illuminate the room briefly. And even though you have your dark vision, it's the mix of the flashing light and the low light afterwards. You have a hard time going through. You do manage to open a small closet on the side and a small wardrobe, but it doesn't seem to have anything in it.
Okay, I'm going to be a little bit creeped out by the room, and I'm going to go to the one across the hall that was on my right.
When you open that one, you're immediately met by not a bad smell, but kind of like the smell of people.
Mm-hmm.
Like people have been living in there. And as you open the door, you see just one large bed in the center of the room.
Okay.
Do you think they were a trouble?
And then, is there anything other than the bed in the room?
There's another small, there's a small table with 2 chairs. It looks like a game of chess was being played.
Okay.
As well as there is a wardrobe on the side and tables. But it's not incredibly well decorated.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go through the wardrobe.
But you find, you open it up and you see a neat rows, 6 dresses almost identical to what Tiffany was wearing. And 6 outfits, again, about the size of Lady L, and then just 6 pairs of pants.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna close it all up and then, and then leave.
And as you're exiting the room, Lona, you'll be coming up the stairs.
Find anything interesting in here, Eerie?
No, this place gives me the creeps. Let's get out of here.
Should we head out? Alright, let's go. Pippin's already outside. But I think he went to go talk to Gray.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Yeah, we're just gonna walk out.
As you walk out, you just see Gray and Pippin sit in silence.
Should we burn it down?
Do we know for sure nobody's left inside?
Did you see anyone, Eerie?
I didn't see anyone that was alive.
Hmm.
I don't know if we should burn it down. I mean,
Do you think we should go back in and double check to make sure no one's inside?
maybe we should tell the authorities at the next town about what was happening here, so they
That's
can
a
come and
good
investigate
idea.
instead of just burning it to the ground.
How far are we from the last town we passed through?
You know, you left Papia probably about a day and a half ago.
We're not that far out of Papia. I don't want to go back that way though. Maybe the next town we see on the road in our direction.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. I think that's fine.
I just don't want to burn it down and then, you know, if somebody asks us about it, it might look suspicious if we just burn it to the ground and didn't say anything about it.
Yeah.
Yes. And we don't want to go, like I said, we don't know if somebody's still inside. Although I don't believe they would be alive at this point. We probably would have noticed them in the basement.
Yeah. Alright.
Well, let's get out then. And how's Worthington? Is he hungry at all? Like he's just been. I don't even think we fed Worthington.
As you guys travel, Worthington like darts to and
he's just doing
from, and
something.
he comes back and you see his bloody haunches.
I always assumed he fed himself. He's a wild animal, so.
Yeah. You guys don't really. He sometimes eats with you. Like you see him dragging like half an elk out of the woods and just mowing down. But
A whole elk? Why aren't we hunting with him?
I said half.
He doesn't share.
I said half an elk actually.
What does he do with the other half? He just throws it out? Wasteful.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm gonna kind of just like sit in the rain. Well, that was an awful night.
Yeah, so Greta and Delicious pull you through. The rain is pouring down onto you guys. It's almost like the moment you guys begin your journey through, you guys are just being washed.
So I'm very wet, but I'm not cold.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll wash all the cannibal stink off. Are we gonna just go into the night until morning?
Do we have a cart?
Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
are
we're
in the
in the
car.
Okay. I'm gonna try and sleep like as best I can, kind of just with my cloak around me and like head like this.
Yeah. So as you put your head down, it's very hard, but you manage to like fit full sleep going in, like coming in. You only feel rested afterwards, but the time definitely passes at least. Yeah.
How much gold did we each get?
Are you gonna spend your time actually counting it now?
If we're walking, I might as well just look and see.
We're in the cart.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is very rainy and it's dark, so you're gonna have a difficult time actually. Even with your dark vision, it doesn't grant you like the full light. It would take you a very long time to count everything.
Okay. I guess I'll just realize that it's not probably the proper right amount of time to count the stuff. Okay.
So yeah, I guess we'll ride coldly off into the rainy night.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can we kind of rest in this car while we do this? Like after what
I
happened?
mean, someone has to steer.
Yeah, Gray generally is the one who gets up. He's the one who drives
Okay.
most of the
Thank
time.
you, Gray. Very, very generous of you.
Well,
Thank
gotta-
Yeah.
This
Gotta-
new Gray is very improved.
Yeah, Greg, can I have all your gold?
That's great.
No. Gotta stay vigilant here, you know. Gotta stay vigilant.
We should have put his character right like over top of where he is.
He just is fun.
Should we get cardboard cutouts made of each of
Yes.
us? That way that if anyone can't be here, we just...
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be
Yeah.
awkward if I couldn't be here, though?
Mannequins.
Yeah. Cardboard DM cutout. We're all just like... for the whole session.
The full 3 hours.
Why won't he say anything?
That or we just record ourselves doing specific like gestures and then just put over top of it.
Oh, that's funny.
Well,
So the rest of the night, it's very cold, very miserable. But the night eventually passes, and the storm eventually blows away, revealing the actual night, because it was actually closer to mid-afternoon at that point still, when you guys... So it looks like when the storm passes and you guys are finally out of it, you guys can guess it's probably close to maybe past midnight is where you would guess.
is Pippin making an updated map of what's going on? Like, are you, because you know how you're making a map? Are you
I'm not making a map. I have a map.
Are you updating it like with the areas that you're in? Like was this?
I wasn't planning on it. It's an original. I don't want it to face it.
This was out of game, but that's okay.
Oh.
But yeah, Pippin.
Yeah.
I've noticed since you have your own map. Was this cottage and everything on there? Are you going to fill it up? I think maybe keeping track of what the areas that we've seen on the map would be
It's
good.
all up here.
Well, perhaps it could be on a map just in case you forget.
I don't really want to draw on my map. It was a gift from my father before I left Yarhim. So, if you want to buy your own map in the next town we're in, you can draw on it.
Not that good of drawing, but maybe that's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm not really good at drawing either.
Well, I'll put that in my to-buy list and make sure that next time we stop into a town, I'll grab one.
Sure thing, buddy.
You see that takes out a quill and just writes like map.
Yeah.
Yeah, just write it on the back of your hand just so you remember.
The rain immediately washes up.
We're in the next town. I need to get something, but I can't remember.
So you guys can take your rest for the evening, and
Did the rain stop?
the rain has passed.
Okay.
Yeah. Upon counting the gold, you realize it is quite a hefty sum. And you get 151 gold pieces, 87 silver, and 36 copper.
151, 87, and 51?
36.
36.
Good try.
So, after counting, I'm realizing that we have quite a hefty amount of loot here. Would you guys prefer, rather than, splitting it up, we keep it inside of a different bag, so where we can possibly use that gold if we need to purchase anything for the group?
So like a communal group fund?
It's kind of what I was thinking, but...
That's a good idea.
I have a better idea, though. This might be odd. I don't know if you think this... I was thinking...
Here's my idea. I have a better idea.
I'm sorry.
I'm excited. I want to hear.
I'm thinking that to keep the gold...
I'm going to be like stretching all the water out of my clothes.
To keep the gold out of enemies' hands, just in case we possibly could get mugged along the way. What about putting the gold inside the snow globe?
That's actually a really good idea.
Can you repeat that again? Is it a good idea?
Yeah, it was. I don't know why you're being so catty.
Sorry, it's that.
No, I thought you were a wolf.
Well, Gray, your jokes are way better tonight. Yeah, we can totally do that, I think, right? Vitriol, I say to try to summon Vitriol.
And he will come out as a little hummingbird and perch on your shoulder.
A little snowy hummingbird.
Yeah. Every flap of the wings is like little frost blows off.
Sure. Okay, I'll go put the gold inside.
Before we do that, just make sure that everything's okay. And
He's just like...
Are you already in there?
No.
No.
He didn't say he was.
Yeah.
Do we want to bring anything else in there? Or do you need anything else put in there?
Let me check my head now.
I'm going to look and stuff. I'm going to think real quick, because I think there is something that I don't need to keep on me. Not that it really matters. But I mean, it might be good to have like some stuff just in case the party gets separated. I will take two... I'm going to take 2 torches and 3 rations, and I hand them, here you go, Pippin. Here's 2 torches and 3 rations, just in case. Make sure that you tell Vitriol to keep his hands off of them. Just in case, perhaps we separate and you might need them for an emergency.
That's a good idea.
Flapping of his wings.
Okay, so we'll keep this. This will be the communal group fund emergency supply. It'll be our rainy day money.
Our vacation fund.
Yeah, our vacation fund for
Yes.
when we visit the Beastlands.
Yes.
So, okay, that works. Before I put that in there, though, I'm gonna try to identify those items we got.
Okay.
The clothing?
The wizard's robes, the little medallion that Gray has, and the... Oh, I already know this is a bag of holding. Oh, good news. Now, if I can have the bag of holding, if you guys will let me have this bag of holding, I can basically scrap my old bag of holding and make a new magic item for us.
Ooh, interesting.
Like, I don't know if you are aware, but I upgraded Erie's staff for her.
I'm gonna
Really?
baton it around.
What about upgrading my bow? Is that a possibility?
It is. There's a few different things that I can do. They're basically magical infusions, but I can only do so many, and my bag of holding is one of them. So now that we have another bag of holding...
If you find anything with the boots, considering I know that I just bought a new pair myself, but if you do find anything about the boots, perhaps let me know. I'd be interested to know what kind of magic they have.
Sure.
You should also maybe ask Vitriol. He seems like a magic type. Vitriol, would you happen to know about magical items at all?
He can't talk when he's out of the globe.
He can shake his head though. Okay.
His wings just flap.
Okay. Well, we'll stay here and make sure that nothing happens while you're inside the globe. Don't take too long.
I'm gonna identify these first, and then I'll go in the globe.
All right. While he does that, I'll just remove my stuff.
What? So how many things are you identifying?
I'm identifying the wizard's robes, the boots, the medallion. So 3 items.
Huh. So as...
Oh, and do you want me to identify that quiver?
Ah, that would be a great idea, actually. And I'll hand him my quiver. Be careful with the arrows. They're rather sharp.
Okay, I don't need those.
Just the dumps them
Toss them on the ground.
I think it's a very Pippin thing to do.
Okay, and that as well, and the quiver.
Okay, so it takes you about an hour to get all these things identified. What's the order you want to go in?
I'll do the wizard's robes first.
The wizard's robes, you take your first 11 minutes and you concentrate, but you find out it's just native cotton, woven when dyed with some lapis lazuli. So a fairly nice set of clothing, but nothing special.
Yeah. Does the tag have like a name on it?
Looking through, tags don't exist because there's no mass-produced clothing. But
There
you
might
don't
be.
you don't find any like you don't see any embroidery or anything like that.
Okay. And then I will do the red clothing.
The red clothing. Upon going through that, you see you look through the weave and you see that when you flip parts of the clothing, you understand that it looks like it's almost changing what it looks like.
Oh, so it is magic.
And you find that this is a set of charlatans. It's a charlatan's wardrobe.
A charlatan's wardrobe. What does that mean? What does it do?
I can send you what it does in a moment.
Cool. And the boots?
The boots are part of the wardrobe.
Oh. Okay. Lonan,
Yes.
these are magic boots and clothing.
Interesting.
Do you want them? If you flip them over, they like change styles, I think.
I just sent it to you.
Is that right?
You can look at what it does.
Sorry, so...
Yeah, if you... Yeah. They're clothing that you can change what they look like.
Change the look. So, like, I could disguise myself in a way.
You can like change your outfit.
It won't make you invisible or anything. It'll
No.
just make it look different.
Yeah, so like if you want to wear green one day, you want to wear blue the next, same clothes, different color, different style.
Looking at what I'm currently wearing right now, because it's like I have my like blazer that's like all nice and like kind of tattered, but like compared to what I have right now and like these robes, like what would you say looks more sophisticated? What I have on now, or are the robes kind of like?
You can make them look.
The charlatan's wardrobe looks very nice. It looks very pristine, not very dirty despite being in the trunk for so long. And the red silk of it looks very nice. It looks very fancy.
Well, I don't want to take everything, but are you guys okay if I were to wear this?
Sure, yeah. Just so you know, though, the clothes that change are an illusion.
Okay.
So if people inspect you closely, like if they get really, really close, they might realize that it's an illusion.
Do I know anything about illusions?
Roll Arcana.
Natural
Nat
20.
20. So, although it's not your forte of magic, your instructor, when you learned your arcane arrow abilities and the other magics that you have, was very knowledgeable about illusions. And so you do have a fair amount of knowledge about it from what he passed down to you. Is there anything specific that you were looking
I just want to
know?
make sure. I want to find out if illusion, like, so thinking back with my, like, you know, my master or whatever that was teaching me stuff, it was, like, are illusions kind of, like, if people find out that you have illusions on yourself or whatever, you're trying to, like, you know, fake yourself or whatever, are people kind of take that as an offense? Like, if they're like, oh, like, he's wearing, like, illusions...
People get suspicious, but I don't think they would be offended by it.
So it's not like a bad thing to wear this type of clothing and like...
No, it's probably like, you've never probably know. You can assume that maybe it was some sort of bard or something that would wear this.
Well, I will take it and... Thank you so much, Pippin.
You can even put them on now if you want. You're pretty soaked.
That's right.
Will it even fit him?
Magical clothing sizes to you.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You actually noticed that the circlet, despite being very small when it was in your hands, expanded to sit nicely on your head.
Yeah, the Ice Queen had a way smaller head than your big head, Eerie.
She had an unhuman-like head.
Eerie's head is like a big melon.
It's a hammer chart.
She's like fighting.
I wish.
That's her unarmed strikes.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Your head's lovely.
So I will put on this new suit, and when I put it on, I will change it. Or can I change it myself? Or
yeah, so what you do is you twirl in place, and then you change what they look like.
So I'm just like...
And what does it look like?
As much as I've seen people twirl while dancing in the castles, I will try to intimidate...
You're like...
Yeah, I will try to intimidate that, I'll try to do that as well too, and I will
imitate.
Yeah.
There you go. I was like,
my brain was like,
I
I
know.
know, yeah.
Intimidate. You're like...
Yeah, I'm like, that's why my intelligence is -5. I will change it to a light blue, the same color as my eye.
Oh, so the same outfit, but it's a nice sky blue.
Yeah.
It matches, looks cool,
Stands out.
trendy. It's a
With
statement.
my clothes, I will once again, Pippin, put this inside of the snow globe. No use keeping this on me. Maybe Victor would enjoy a nice blazer to wear.
Sure. I'll add it to the pile of things.
Mitchell will fly over and like land on the clothes.
Okay, next I will identify the where do arrows go in? A quiver.
The quiver. So you notice that, as described before, what Lonan saw, you notice that it's covered in this like dead lichen, like moss. That even as you touch it, some parts of it crumble away. But after identifying it, you do identify it as a tether vine quiver. And specifically, you know that the magic properties of it is not the quiver itself, but the plant that seems to be withered. But as you move and shift around, you see small parts of green still surviving at the core, at the very base.
So there's a magic plant in the bottom of the quiver?
Yep. I just sent you again what this is.
Oh, Lonan, this is another one. None of us use bows and arrows, so I don't know if you would want this or not, Eerie, but I definitely don't want this.
I hope I get something eventually.
Gray, go to sleep.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so this is a quiver that basically you put your arrows in it, and there's a magical plant. And when you pull your arrow out, you can pull your arrow out, and there'll be like a vine attached to it. And when you fire your arrow, you can use it to pull them closer to you with the magic vine that is attached to the plant inside your quiver.
Oh, interesting.
But you know, Pippin, that right now the plant is in no shape to be doing that.
The plant is really dried out because it was in that stinky like basement without any light and sun. So maybe if you take care of it, it'll come back alive.
I don't know anything about herbology. Do you?
I know quite a bit actually.
Well, perhaps we can take care of this plant and eventually get some good use out of this. Is it more so for using against your enemies, or is it more so for like saving somebody if they're falling?
I think whatever you want, I guess.
I start to think of all these ways that we can use it to like if I were to shoot it from like one tree to another tree across like a hill or something like that, we can grapple across
like
it.
Spider-Man?
That's what I'm thinking, kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay, what else is in here? Greg, can I see that little medallion?
Oh, you mean this one with the weird bush on it?
Yeah, let me see. What's on it?
Yeah, okie doke.
Okay, what's on it?
Looking at it, it is a small shield-like medallion with a bush with a selection of 6 flowers on it. And that looks like it's growing out of a rock.
Okay.
Oh, are you identifying it now?
Yeah.
After identifying it, it doesn't really reveal anything about what the symbol means, but you do realize that this is some sort of relic, a relic normally used by a wizard that would enhance some of their spellcasting. It's called a Abjurer's Gilder.
Oh, this is an Abjurer's Gilder. Wizards can use it to protect them, but none of us are wizards.
Well, perhaps we can either keep it for a future wizard we might come across, or maybe one of the...
I'll just hold on to it then.
Okay, Gray. Eerie,
Thank
you
you
didn't
there.
get anything. Eerie,
No,
do
I
you want the
looked-
clothes? Sorry, I guess you should decide that.
It's okay with me. I'm not. I mean, I don't mind.
I don't really need any wizard's clothes or anything, so
Perhaps
It's
it's
okay.
perhaps
I have-
it's only fair that next time maybe we get to an area, we buy Eerie and Gray and yourself something with the community chest money.
Well, don't
I
worry.
don't need any presents. I'm fine.
I
with
did
what
get
have.
this big knife.
That's nice, Gray.
It's all like rusted and covered in blood.
Alright, well, I'll go put this inside the globe and we can get some rest because we've had a really long day. I like this community fund. I think it's good. I think it might also help with the potion production because so far I've been pitching in my own money and resources to make all of our potions, and it really eats up my stuff. So maybe in the future, if I make more potions for the group, we can dip into that.
Also, for if we're going to be buying anything along the way, like sleeping in taverns and stuff like that.
Yeah, or like say we were gonna buy like a new cart, like a group, like a vehicle, you know, like a van.
Is there anything that you would like to ask that we should possibly ask Vitro? We should think about it now. That way when you're in there, you can actually speak to him instead of listening to the sounds of an animal.
I don't know what you want to ask him.
Perhaps ask him if he knows any more magic about the items you would have done. I don't know.
Sure.
Maybe
I
if
mean,
he knows
I
anything.
think that he just lived in that snow globe his entire life, but I don't know how much he knows. But I'll ask him if you want.
Since he's kind of giving us his home, maybe we should ask him if he'd like anything special to eat next time you go in there.
To eat?
Yes. Does he eat anything? Does he eat
I
anything?
don't think so. He's like an elemental.
No.
And he's like darting around the area you guys are resting in.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go on the globe now. Good night. I'll grab the globe and vanish. But
Yeah.
Is Pippin staying in there for the evening?
I don't know. We didn't
He's
ask
like,
that.
he said goodnight
Well-
and then just disappeared.
Well, who's gonna take first watch then, eh?
Sorry, Gray.
I guess I'll take first watch. I did nap
Okay.
a little bit on the ride.
Okay, I'll take second. Wake me up after.
Okay.
As far as I remember,
Logan?
I think he said that he could stay there for 24 hours.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
so-
can.
Well, one of us can go in after that, I guess, for an hour at least, and see if he's gonna come out.
Do we all know the way to get where we're going? Or was Pippin kind of like our guide? Because he had the map.
You know that.
Like-
You know that you were following the journeyman's path to Von Jostle, but you're not sure if there's any like turns or anywhere you have to
So
go.
is it going to be like somebody's driving once and then we go the wrong way and then somebody driving and we go the right way kind of
I
thing?
think we're pulling over.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
see
you guys.
the
It's like
leaving.
middle
we
of the
are?
night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, I don't mind taking watch at any point in time. I seem. Did Eerie take a lot of hits when she was in battle?
Nah.
No. We're all okay?
Yeah.
Great?
No one's really hurt.
No.
No.
Okay.
Pippin's the most, but he's he's doing okay. So the night passes without issue, and you guys have a long journey ahead of you. So
I
we're
am
do-
gonna sleep inside the globe.
Okay, so Pippin doesn't emerge that evening. Eventually, Mitchell will come back inside, and while questioned about items, he will give you his normal response of saying that he's never seen anything other than the snow
Yeah, I
globe.
was like, I didn't think so.
Yeah, well, don't know why you asked that.
Lonan.
Oh, I like Eerie, that one.
You
Well,
like Eerie?
I miss Willow though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
Well,
I'm just kidding.
shouldn't you go to bed?
Yeah, can I sleep in your bed? Is that okay?
I don't have a bed.
Oh, can I sleep in that chair?
You can have your little death in my chair, I guess.
Thank you.
Okay, because it doesn't know about sleeping.
You can watch if you want.
Well, that's what I normally do when you're in here. Sure.
Alright. Good night. And then I'll put all of
Is
our
it a-
stuff that we've stored in here. So we have the Lonan's clothing. Oh yeah, Lonan wanted to give you this.
He's gonna like hold it up to him, and like it fits all within his chest. Like the arms stretched out, and like this, and so
Yeah.
this all fits on his chest because he's like a big lumbering behemoth when he's in the globe.
Maybe just wear it on your head. I don't know.
When you wake up, he has the pants on his head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I just go to sleep.
Nice.
So we're gonna do another quick time jump because the majority of the rest of your trip, who knows? Maybe it'll be uneventful. We're gonna do a couple quick little jumps into them. So you guys are at the very beginning of a new week. It's the final week of Lurbenin on the day of Threads. Nothing too when you awaken. Nothing too interesting happens in the first few days. But a few days later, on cards, so 4 days into your long journey, you guys have passed a small hamlet and have warned them of the cannibals that you had seen in the woods. The person you talked to seemed almost like he didn't care. He was like, oh, crazy kids making up stories. But along that day, a little bit farther down the road, you guys see because often when you guys are traveling around the journey's path, you see a variety of different merchants and people walking, a variety of different carts of different shapes and sizes and groups, and sometimes it's like a long caravan of like almost like dozens and dozens of carts, and sometimes it's just a single person with a donkey with like all the worldly possessions. But you can see, almost looks like it's built like almost like a little collection of carts and looks like popped up tents lining and like kind of on the journeyman's path up ahead of you guys.
Like a little road market.
Yeah. You can't you can't
What
see that.
day is it now?
It
After
is
cards?
it is the day of cards, the 49th of Lurbenin.
So this is the same day that we ran into that little hamlet?
Yes. It
Okay.
was 4 days past. You guys passed the hamlet, and then this is a little while outside.
Okay. Hey, does anyone want to do some shopping?
Is there
Yes.
anything? I think we should probably get some stuff.
I could use some more herbs.
And maybe we should look for something that can possibly help grow that plant and equip it.
I'm gonna like murmur to myself, like I could use some company that's not these guys.
Whoa! Oh, we can't hear
We can't
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you guys have been grating on each other's nerves.
Yeah.
Gray's constant vigilance.
Yeah.
Vigilant. We're all just like walking. Vigilance. Vigilance.
Stay vigilant.
So what kind of carts are they? Like what they have for sale?
So you guys approach, and there is enough room for you guys to bring the cart through. It's some of the other carts and wagons and the booths are set up on the journeyman's path. There's enough room for you guys to like snake through. It's kind of only a one direction type thing though. You guys see a variety of different carts. Everybody roll a quick perception check. Just because you're not used to something this lively. A lot of people are bustling, lots of like murmuring, lots of talking as people are trading and haggling and laughing, and there's like kids running through, and even some dogs and cats scampering around.
14.
Roll.
What am I rolling for?
Perception.
I wasn't looking. Pippin is distracted.
Then roll with disadvantage.
Ooh, I like it.
I rolled a natural 20 and a 13. But my perception is pretty high, so I rolled a 16.
Okay, and what'd you roll on?
22.
22. Okay. So you guys see specifically, Lonan, you see some really. Is there anything you're looking for first before I tell you what you see?
No, not really.
No.
I mean, I'm looking for books to read.
Okay.
I am looking for the herbs that we talked about.
Yeah.
And I'm also looking to see if any of these carts look better than what we currently have.
Okay, so you can definitely see that there are some really nice higher-end carts, and you can see within them, you can see caskets of wine and expensive-looking cotton and wool-lined barrels filled with bottles of wine and different jewelry. You can see a cart where the whole side opens up and it's just a small alcove of books within it, and here you also see this. Pippin and Lonan, because you guys are both looking for it, you see a small, not quite the same proportion as a halfling. You recognize it, Pippin, as a gnome, standing on the ledge of a cart with a variety of metal workings, and it looks like a small clockwork and clocks digging and ticking all around it. And you also do see the typical older woman surrounded by her different herbs.
Awesome.
You mentioned that this person looks like a halfling, you said?
It's small like a halfling, but you would assume it's a halfling.
Pippin, I think we should be very careful around that person. Because we don't want to get in trouble like the last one.
What, like she's not gonna eat us?
We don't know I mean, just by looking at them, they look like they're similar to the last person that decided to eat humans.
That's racist.
Yeah, the halfling's not gonna eat us, Lonan.
You would also recognize them.
I
as a
told
gnome.
you that. Halflings don't eat people. That was a strange occurrence.
Just as you know, a really small halfling child would run by chasing a kitten.
Lonan's like,
I'm still a little bit kind of like scared.
Yeah.
'Cause, like I don't want to get eaten.
yeah, Lonan, don't
Just
let that
because
one encounter
person did
shape
it.
your opinion on
True.
all halflings.
True. Well, I'm gonna look at all the carts. Do they look pretty nice?
Yeah, no, the carts, specifically the wine one, the book one, the artificers, those are specifically some very nice, custom-looking carts.
I'm gonna approach the old herbalist woman.
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, young one.
I have a list of ingredients. Do you have any of these?
Yes, let me see. Is it just typically you're not looking for anything special?
I'm looking for raw materials, but I also want something special.
Well,
Do
okay.
you have...
You have the look of one who is learned on you.
Well,
Yes, I'm a trained alchemist.
Yes. Do you have? I don't have too much specialty at this point.
Do you have
I
any
sold my
dried
last-
salamanders?
I sold my last one earlier today.
Damn, worst
But
timing ever.
I will. Here, if you buy at least 10 gold pieces off of me, I can do you a favor. Do you have anything that needs looked at? I can see if I can tell you anything special about the herbs you do.
Yeah, I do. I actually have this glowing mushroom. Is it still glowing?
As you pull it out, you can see that you found this one closer to dusk, And you've noticed through your journey pulling it out, it only seems to glow from dusk till dawn.
Yeah, I'm not super familiar with it, but it looked like special. So I grabbed it. Are you familiar with what this is?
Let's see, that's... Pay first.
Sorry, you want me to buy 10 gold worth of herbs?
I don't have too much more than that, but
sure,
I'll make this journey well worth it.
Sure, that's fine. I will buy 10 gold worth of herbs from you.
And she'll box it up in like a little bento box. To you.
Thank you.
So you can give her, and you would give her 10. Let's me see.
I'll actually give her a platinum.
Okay. My. Richer folk than I thought.
Yeah, I'm a big spender.
Thank you. And she'll bite it.
Yeah.
And as she opens her mouth, you can see that she has like a lot of missing teeth.
Yeah,
she bites it with her good one.
Well, good one.
I like to imagine she has only one good one.
Yeah.
She's like, this is my money testing tooth.
Yeah. It cracks.
Yeah. Oh no, it's a real one. Well, my father would tell me of these things. I believe this is some sort of silent mushroom. I'm not sure its colloquial name by the shifter sort. They tend to know everything about this region and its fauna.
The shifters know about like animal people?
Well, yes, you haven't heard. Of course, they are great herbalists and masters of the alchemical.
Not the one I know.
Oh, well.
As he's saying this, I'm standing there, I'm just like smelling all the herbs.
Yeah,
I'm like,
he has a cinnamon stick, and he's like,
yeah.
a cinnamon stick. You're just like,
well,
he's like,
and I can't tell you exactly the draught this would make, but I could tell you that it would at least help with some sort of silence, or possibly something more. Like if you steeped it for long enough, it could cause some sort of silencing or invisibility of sorts, possibly.
Sure.
And maybe not in the conventional way, though.
Okay. That's fair.
But here, thank you for your time.
Hold on, I might not be done with you. Lonan, can we talk outside of this tent for a second?
Of course. We'll jump to Erie first.
Okay.
Give some time.
I am going to go right to the book tent.
And the book tent is run by a small, younger-looking kobold, and you can imagine they're a couple just by the way they're interacting. They're bickering a little bit, but they always seem a little like oh you kind of situation. Mm-hmm. And they're running around. It's a very popular tent. The cart is like set up behind it, and with the books inside it, and there's a tent leading off to it, just in case there's rain. You can guess. Mm-hmm. It is quite bustling. You would guess that the people from the hamlet you just passed and from other regions don't have a lot of opportunity to get books. As much as it's a large trade nation, books are still kind of a lot on the lower end of dealings because a lot of people, even so, aren't fully literate. They know most of them know their numbers because it's necessary, but actual reading isn't that common. But a lot of people are bustling through, and the two kobolds look very busy.
Okay. I'm basically looking for something that's just going to be entertaining. I'm not looking for anything that's educational. I want something that is going to be fiction.
Okay. So roll an investigation check for me. 14. Okay, give me 1 second.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
AllFunNDice.
Thank you, everybody.
Whilst we figure out what kind of book she's gonna
Yeah.
I hope it's
elevator music.
a mystery.
So you see a variety of different books. You see a lot of tomes. Lots of like grizzled dwarfs. Long list of interesting foot fungus.
Okay.
And Ingrid's old-timey remedies that could really cure that cold.
Uh-huh.
And a whole bunch of different stuff like that. Before finally stumbling into, and like with your fingers, like running quickly across the,
Findings.
yes, you managed to find a thinner one that is in probably like a cheaper binding. Something I haven't seen, almost like a papyrus binding. So strange. Normally everything is bound in some sort of leather.
Uh-huh.
And as you pull it out, it has romance written across
Okay.
the front.
Romance.
I'm going to like shaky hand pull it from the shelf.
And you can see even a little bit of dust poof
Okay.
as you move it. But you pull off and it's thin. And looking through it, like a blush
Oh no.
reaches your cheeks. So just
Okay.
the sultriness.
I'm gonna put it like under my arm. I'm not stealing it.
Yeah.
It's kind of, you know, I'm hiding what the cover
Yes.
is called. Is that what it's titled?
It's just titled Romance.
Alright. And I'm gonna pretend to like look at other things as if I'm considering buying
Okay.
like a textbook or something. Like, oh, very nope. And
Yeah.
then I'm gonna go up to the owners
Oh, a good pick there.
and be like, thanks, how
Yeah.
much is it?
2 silver pieces for that one. We've had it for quite a while. I'll be happy to see someone else enjoy it.
Okay, and I give her the money.
And then just like dash
and
out.
then dash out. I put it in my bag because I don't want these boys to see.
Okay.
And then I dash out.
Yeah, sounds good. Alright, so you pulled Lonan outside.
Lonan.
Yeah, sorry.
So-
I'm still smelling like the cinnamon as I walk out.
Yeah, don't, you can't take that.
Sorry.
Put it back.
And I put it back on the shelf.
Okay, I was thinking, and maybe we should talk to Erie and Gray about this, but if we use the group funds to buy herbs, I can make potions out of them, and then we can sell those potions for a profit. So, for example, I can make herbs from about, like, I can make a health potion for about 12 gold worth of herbs.
Right.
And we can sell that health potion, like, the average price of the health potion is like 50 gold.
Ooh. It's quite
So-
a profit if you ask me.
Yeah, so we'll be making it for 25% of its value.
The question is, how long do you need to take to make this?
I can make a health potion in 2 hours.
Do you think that we're going to be around this market long enough for that?
No, but like when we get to Von Drassel,
in the future, you're.
I can sell all the potions.
Well, do you need? So sorry. How much of certain herbs do you need in order to make this? And what is? Do you think that it's in Von Drassel, for example? Do you feel that there might be an abundance of potions that people are selling that might be cheaper than what we're looking to sell them for?
No, I don't think so. DM,
Yes, what's up?
do I know that I can sell potions in a city for full price?
You would know that you'll be able to. You're not sure exactly how Von Drossel's like and what their market's like, but you know that you have successfully sold potions in cities before.
Yeah. So like if I buy 50 gold worth of herbs with our money right
Okay.
now, our group money, I can make 4 health potions out of that.
To make 200, and then gold from that. You're talking about $150 profit.
Yeah.
150 gold, I should say. It's quite
Did
good.
Bill?
My curious thing is that what if we get to Van Drossel, are you going to be just staying at the markets and trying to sell your potions every day, or
No, if we only have 4 of them, I don't think that would be hard to sell. We can probably go to the apothecary or something. I'm not sure.
I believe somebody might purchase one right away, kind of thing?
Yeah, I am a member of a trades guild. Me and my dad were when I was back in Yarham, and there's probably guild members in the city that we can probably contact with.
We can speak to Erie about it and see what she has to say, and also to see possibly what Gray would have to say about it as well too. I'm curious, what is Gray doing right now? I don't know.
Gary's just kind of been like browsing with Erie, hence part of her reason for being so tense. He was very distracted though. He didn't see you by the novel.
Okay.
His vigilance does not do very good.
Not very good one.
So so I believe that could be a good idea. I don't mind myself. Let's go find Erie. While along the way, I think that it'd be nice if and then like remember looking around. Is there a way that let's just say we're standing close to these shops that you might be able to detect if there's anything magical on them?
Yeah, for sure.
Perhaps we should, without anybody noticing. I don't know if
It takes me 10 minutes.
maybe they welcome people knowing what's magic and what's not. But there's a card over that I saw over there, and I point to the one that has like all the jewelry in it.
Right.
Is there a card that has like armor or like fine clothing on it as well too?
You haven't noticed anything specifically. The thing you did see that with the little like what you assume is a halfling.
Yeah.
Kind of almost like looks like he's dancing across the countertop of his wagon.
Okay.
You see that there is a strange suit of armor behind him, but other than that,
Ooh.
Don't be scared.
Is there a? So remember, I said we're looking for new carts. We said that before. are any of these carts really, really nice?
Yeah,
You said they're really,
Do
really
they have like flame decals?
No, but I guess what I'm saying is like compared to what we have, like
yeah, you kind of have a ratty older cart. It's not bad, but
like
it's
what is the
good.
difference between having this cart? I guess what the question is, what would be like an upgrade for this cart? Like, why would it be a difference?
Roll an intelligence check for me.
And
Yeah,
I'm talking to Pippin at the same time. I'm like, you see, Pippin, we talked about possibly purchasing a new cart. I don't know what they go for, but you know, I wonder what would be the difference between our cart and one like that.
I'd like one with a covered wagon.
That's what I was thinking as well too, because it seems that
Keep us out of the rain.
keep us out of the rain. Yes. Is there any ones that are like that here?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll to see what the like. What
You
the,
say you're gonna roll to see what you know about wagons.
what am I doing again?
To see what you know about wagons.
Yeah,
And
What
just
if you
intelligence. Sorry.
Just intelligence. So,
I guess I
Okay,
didn't need to repeat
add
that.
your wagon modifier.
Yeah.
I would have, if you have land vehicles, I would have given you the proficiency.
15.
15. So you have not traveled a lot in your life
No.
outside of the past couple of years. So you don't know a lot about wagon architecture. You just know that like you can see that they at least look nicer than the ones you have. So
Okay.
that's the best that you can have.
so I wouldn't know anything.
Yeah.
Are any of them covered? You said yeah.
There's a handful.
I'm not really good at talking to like merchants. Do you want to go do that?
For sure. Which one is the nicest looking cart that has a top over top of it
The one that looks like
with the gnome and everything?
no, because that one looks like it has some extra stuff put onto it.
Okay.
Like leather seats.
Yeah. Yeah. How did you know? No, it has like there's some extra like ports coming out and looks like some extra storage underneath and stuff like that.
Okay.
The one that looks like the simplest, while still being nice, would be the jeweler's that has this a wooden frame instead of being a canvas one like some of the other ones. It's definitely the nicest covered wagon.
Okay. Well, that's
Almost more of a carriage.
That is the one that we're walking up to anyway.
Is it
so.
being? Oh, I'm not here.
No, you can approach. You're close enough. It's not a huge
I
market.
just have a question for you. Is
Yeah.
it being used as a store though? Like it's not. The
This
wagon
one-
itself isn't for sale.
This one isn't. This one has a booth in like kind of a tent in front of it that is being used to sell the jewelry. The one you're approaching now.
Oh.
Some of them are being used
Because I
as
know
them.
you described like inside is where they were selling. Their
I thought it
things.
was like a car dealership of wagons.
No,
No, I think
Not
it's
at
like
all.
that's
Okay.
just
Did you
their
actually?
personal
Yeah, I
wagon.
did.
no, not at all.
I thought there was a
Or, like,
wagon
the wagon
seller.
is
No,
the
there's
store.
no wagon salesman. These are all wagons. that
Step right up, step right up. For any
Yeah, they're like,
there's like a. There's just they're like.
they have like a.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but it's not. It's not an inflatable anything. It's just like one of their sons who's just doing this.
I want some like really sleazy goblin that's like, hey, you want a deal?
And he's like brushing his hair.
No, there's nothing like that. It's just like people. And these would be what they're like traveling in most likely. But there are caravans. It looks like that could be. You could guess that there maybe is a caravan as part of this market. So there might be one that you could buy off of them, maybe or trade for like a loss.
I think Gray's like, we're looking for Giorgio. Have you seen him? Pippin. So I'm whispering to Pippin right now.
Yeah.
Pippin. When we get closer, just see if you can find any kind of magical items when we get.
Sure.
And I think that I'm going to talk to them possibly about if they're willing to sell their cart along the way. I think it'd be nice to upgrade something that we can possibly sleep in and not have to worry about the rain.
Alright, well, you go do that, and I'm gonna start fidgeting with my almost completely constructed gauntlet that I've been working on during the trip.
Yeah.
To ritually cast Detect Magic.
What is a gauntlet?
A gauntlet is like a metal thing that goes over your hand, like a glove. If you look at my picture on the screen right
Ooh,
now.
that's perfect
it's
timing.
changed.
This is what?
It's like a metal glove.
There's one iconic one, but I'm not going to mention it because you don't like that. But
He was gonna say the Infinity Gauntlet.
yeah, just think of that. But
Alright.
like, but with like a bunch
But
of
mine's
tubes.
like, I've been if you've noticed Pippin during our trip, he's been kind of building this gauntlet with his alchemical supplies.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got like potion vials on it, and like tubes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Think of like a set of plate mail, like a classic suit of armor. The gloves that they with the metal gloves they wear, that is a gauntlet.
Okay. I did not know what it was.
That's okay. I'm here to help.
So you start fussing and you kind of like twist some stuff and you hit some buttons and some liquids like drain into the glove as it begins to faintly glow along the runes inscribed on the fingers.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then I'll leave it to you.
As I walk up,
A fairly well groomed dragonborn man with like tenderly like a tendril, like almost like Chinese dragon mustache. Is the one who looks like he's speaking with customers and showing them. It looks like he probably owns this jewelry establishment.
Hello, good sir. How are you doing today?
Hello, I'm doing quite well.
And this is the one that has this is the one that has a nice cart plus all the jewelry, right?
Yeah, nice car, nice jewelry. He looks very well groomed in like a waistcoat.
So what kind of things do you have for sale today?
I thought you would. Jewelry and jewels, of course. What else would I have?
Well, I'm just interested in possibly a type of. Would I know that like rings are powerful and stuff like that? Would I know that stuff?
You would know. What do you mean?
Like, do I know, like, I'm trying to think back of if my character would know anything about, like, magical items, because I didn't really know much about
You wouldn't have much. You could assume that rings are strong,
Yeah.
but you might not know it specifically.
Well, I've heard about magical rings that could possibly help with doing certain abilities.
I'm sorry to disappoint you. I'm not really a connoisseur in the magical. I'm more just a typical jewelsman.
Well, Pippin, do you happen to see anything here that you like? And I wink at him.
1 second, and there's going to be like a little eyedropper appendage on my gauntlet, and I'm going to drip it in my eye to cast Detect Magic.
Oh my. What is happening here?
Nothing. And then
Allergies.
Yeah, oh, it's the season.
So as your senses awaken to the magical energies around you, you don't really sense anything in the area other than the magical items. But walking around, you do notice that
Other than what magical items?
the ones that you both have on you.
You
Yes.
just said the. I was
Yeah.
like, that's what we're looking for. You don't sense anything but the magical.
The cart's like gleaming.
Yeah.
All the jewelry.
You don't. No, you don't see anything in the cart, and not in the tent. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, nothing here.
Yeah,
Nothing here. What's your fake name?
No,
Were
you look like the type that would like a nice turquoise.
I'm good.
There's nothing here that you can see.
Okay.
Well, so, oddly enough, I've noticed that you keep a nice fine cart here. I really appreciate the structure of it.
Well, thank you. I needed something secure for myself and my wares.
You see that we are traveling quite a long way, and having a nice cart along the way to protect us from some things like the rain and different weathers might be easier.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, it's incredibly good investment yet. I could recommend you to someone in Von Drassel if you'd like.
Sure. What would their name be?
Oh, their name. I don't know their first name. I just know the establishment. Oh, well, I guess Wanda's would probably be
Wanda's?
their name. Yes.
Wanda's shop. Okay, well.
Oh, I don't know. There might have been more writing. I didn't quite look. I just knew they were selling cards.
I thought they sold wands there.
Well, no, that would be her name.
I'm kidding.
But no.
Is there a chance? I mean, I understand that you obviously. I've already went there and purchased it. Was there a chance that you would possibly sell your cart?
Well,
Of course, everything's for sale.
well,
around
I
here.
would. That's not typically how this works. I am selling my wares, not my cards. But I would
If
be
you were-
stranded here myself. I would not be able to leave.
We could trade you our cart.
Well, you're looking to upgrade, so I imagine it isn't the greatest.
It's just over
Let
there.
me point to it.
It's on fire.
It's like,
you see
you don't have
Grandma
it.
jumping up and down.
It's not actually like a terrible cart.
Hold
It
on.
just looks a little loved. It looks like it's not a new cart. It is definitely sturdy with
Flies
decent wood.
everywhere.
We've just been
Really?
Greta's actually been dead for the past few days. It's being dragged
like underneath
underneath
the cart. You see like tentacular slime coming up the side.
Oh my goodness.
Perfect condition still.
I could. I mean, if you were really desperate, I'm sure I could make a trade of sorts with you. But I would definitely ask quite a lot for mine. It's in a much better condition than that.
How much would we be speaking of? Keep in mind that we would be trading our cart as well too.
I would say a minimum 300 gold pieces.
Oh, yikes.
And how much?
This has a lot of
And how much
potential.
did you pay for this cart in Van Drossel?
I paid 600 myself.
Oh my
I'm
god.
being quite.
Is he being serious? Can
I roll insight.
Does it have like a helicopter attached to it?
10.
10. You can't tell here. How has this aloofness that you're used to seeing in the castles and the courts. but you're having a hard time seeing past that almost like customer service voice that he's putting on for you guys.
Kind of trying to.
Yeah, so you can't tell if he's being serious or not. No, I paid an arm and a leg for this, and you need all the best protections.
Well, how long ago did you get the cart?
Oh, I just got it when I was just leaving. It couldn't have been more than 3 weeks ago. Which is about 30 days, you know.
Sorry, you're saying that you would sell the cart for 300, but how much is that with our cart included?
Oh, yes.
Interesting.
I don't think we have that. I don't think we have that kind of money.
Excuse me, I have some other customers to attend to.
You want to get this nice cart?
I have 151 gold.
Oh, hi, Erie.
Yeah, you kind of like stopped, like just ran by and saw. You walked in. Gray's there as well. No, you can be there now.
You to buy a cart.
Oh, how much is it?
This one, if we trade our cart, will be 350.
Oh.
The 300?
And how much is a platinum worth again?
10 gold.
10 gold, yeah.
Okay, so technically I have 171 gold.
I have quite a lot of gold as well, too.
But I don't know
this
if
is
that's
be
a
all
good
our
price,
No,
honestly.
not if we all split it.
That seems very expensive. I don't really want to spend all my money.
Why don't...
I'm okay sleeping in the rain, you know?
I was talking, now that we're all here, I was talking earlier about using the gold that we have in the group fund to make potions and sell it for more. And I think that if maybe we make some money, maybe when we get to Von Drassel, we can probably find a cart.
How much longer till Von Drassel?
Well, let me pull up my map.
1 week.
1 week.
10 days.
10 days.
What's the weather forecast?
I don't know.
It's actually been fairly clear since the large storm.
Alright.
It's been overcast a couple days and a small drizzle in some of the mornings, but it's actually been fairly nice.
Yeah.
It's definitely beginning to warm up.
Okay.
You were seeing a lot of greenery and liveliness. A lot of the farms are starting to have their crops aren't obviously ready to harvest, but they're starting to come into their own.
I think I'd like to wait until Von Drassel before spending that much money.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good idea. Thank you, sir. Appreciate.
Yes. Well, you all have a great day.
Sure. So, should I,
Did you? And then as we walk away, I'll look at Pippin. Did you happen to see anything that was of value?
magic? No, there's nothing there that was magical.
I thought you did see something.
No, just our own items that we don't carry.
Hmm.
Nothing, none of his jewelry was magical.
The
But I'm gonna go see if I can buy as much herbs as I can from that woman then with our gold from the bag of from Vitral's cabin.
Okay.
All right, is the deal?
Sounds
Okay,
good to me.
everyone, put their hands in.
Gray.
Gray.
Wait.
All right,
He's under the table
He's
the whole
under
time.
table.
Yeah.
and brick.
And then we buy the. Okay. Also, the armor that you said that was behind the gnome. What does it look like?
It is like a very nice polished brass. And it looks like underneath the main body of it, you can see almost like some gears turning, almost like it's some sort of clockwork itself.
Just out of curiosity, while he's doing the purchasing, I'll go and talk to that other guy as well too.
Yep.
I'll bring Erie. I'll bring Erie, but I'll kind of gesture.
Hello. Welcome to the Clocksmiths. How are you doing today?
Good. We're just here looking to see if there's anything of interest.
Anything of interest? Well, there's plenty of interesting things here. You can look around.
Erie,
And you can see a variety of clocks, and some of them are all of them have different times. They're all donging and chiming. You can see a variety of small, almost like toy-like things moving across the countertop that this man is standing on. Some of them are in the shape of horses, others of the bees. You can see one flutter around as a little firefly, and then of course the big suit of armor behind with this clockwork going behind it.
Your armor kind of drew me over here. It seems kind of interesting. I've never seen anything like that before.
Oh, well, that's not any normal suit of armor. That's an automaton.
Automatons.
Oh, yes. Well,
Do I
I've
know
been working
anything
on
Do
it.
I know what an automaton is? Or automaton?
You've never heard the word ever before.
I can't think history. No. Okay.
Nope.
It's
You,
a new
you
word.
never would have encountered it in your day-to-day life.
All right.
I'm assuming I don't know.
Nope.
what it is.
Neither would you. No.
Sorry, I've never heard of it. What does it do?
Oh, well, it can do lots of things. I've been dabbling. I'm an artificer, you know. They're not very common around these parts, I've heard. So I'm not sure if you've ever met one. But I dabble in clocksmith and making constructs of sorts. It is almost awake, almost alive itself. But I haven't quite got the mind yet.
So, what is the difference of this armor versus?
Well, you don't wear this armor. It wears itself. It's its own machine. And it'll clap his hands. And the armor will kind of like... with these like clicking and
So
ticks.
it's just moving itself.
Yeah.
Cool. How is it like walking, or is it?
It's kind of... It doesn't look like it's... It doesn't step off of its little pedestal, but its arms are like shifting and its torso is moving.
What can it be used for?
Well, depends on what you want. It can go grab you things. It can pour you wine. Depends on...
Is it a butler?
If that's what you ask of it. Yeah, it would have to be programmed in, but I can do quite many wonderful things.
Is it interesting? That's really interesting.
Yes, I would recommend that you have someone close by that can reprogram it. I can only know so many things at once. As I said, I don't have the mind yet.
Thinking back to when could I see Pippin before when he was working on his arm?
Yep, you guys would have all seen Pippin.
What-
He wasn't really subtle about it.
Can we relate that to this?
Yeah, Pippin is a lot more. It's not as like polished looking as
Right.
this. It looks nice,
But
like,
similar though.
but Pippin's like forte isn't kind of like it's not the same kind of like intricate clock work. Like
This guy's cart, what does it look like compared to the other one? Compared to ours, sorry.
His cart is like it has like almost like piston like spear like appendages like sticking into the ground, anchoring it in place.
So does it? So it kind of has been It's an upgraded cart. That's more okay.
Okay.
Well, so that's rather interesting. I might have we might have a friend here that would know a little bit more about how to use this armor. Maybe program it himself as well too.
Oh,
I'm just curious.
I doubt that.
What kind of price tag is on this?
Oh, well, this guy he is 100 platinum pieces,
100 platinum. And I start thinking, how much is 100 platinum?
1,000 gold.
Wow. I don't say that out loud, but sorry. Well, 100 platinum, you say?
Yes, it's quite a steal in all honesty. It's a one of a kind.
And how long are you here to sell things?
Oh well, I don't. This market was kind of impromptu. No one really planned it. We kind of just stopped.
you're
So I
kind of
imagine I'm going to be gone by dusk.
traveling salesman, I take it.
Oh, of course, of course. Why else would I be on the road with all these knickknacks?
Well, is there anything? I mean, I can be honest. I've never seen anything like this before. I do have a friend that might be interested, but I don't. I might have to ask him about the price. Now, one thing that interests me even more is we've been looking to upgrade our cart, and the salesman over there has offered quite a good deal for his. I was curious. Would you be interested in possibly trading and letting us purchase your cart as well too?
Oh, no. My cart is very... You can see I put a lot of work into this. I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's almost one of my own creations.
Okay. Well, perhaps you can... Is there any way of... If I were to bring my friend over who knows a little bit about this, I noticed a few things on the corner there about... And I pointed to like the wheels, you said it was?
There's clocks and like there's like little like clockwork creatures flying.
No, the wheels. The wheels that are like...
They're not wheels. They're like spears that look like they're coming out of the side. The sides of the
Is it like
cart.
a
Is it like an
Spider?
anchor or something?
Yeah, little. It's like almost like lines from a tent coming down, but they're made of metal and like shot into.
Does
the
it
ground.
have
It's like
wheels?
spikes. Yes.
Oh, I was thinking they were like spider legs.
That's-
No. It has wheels. These are like anchoring it in place.
Okay.
Perhaps you can tell my friend about how, you did...
Well,
Can I
if
walk
he
in
has
at this
half
point?
a year and you hear this, if he has half a year and access to a forge,
Pippin.
then he can do it himself.
Well, I just bought that woman like all of her herbs basically. Can I buy 100 gold worth of herbs from her?
She only had like 10 more.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, 10 gold is a lot.
Okay, then I won't buy any of it from her.
You won't buy any more?
No.
She'd offer it.
No, I won't.
Okay. Yeah, she didn't have much more.
I wanted to buy her. She didn't have enough for me. How are you guys doing?
Pippin, we're just talking to this gentleman here who's selling a very interesting device, but unfortunately it's a little bit out of our price range.
A little bit. We're gonna be like,
Yes.
And
You're
also,
the one who can program an automaton, I've heard.
I mean, probably. My dad's, you know. Do you know who Gilligan Faust is?
Gilligan, he's gonna look like shocked. Gilligan, of course I know who Gilligan. Are you saying your father is Gilligan Faust?
Yes.
Ah, I don't believe that.
No.
You don't look anything like him.
I'm adopted. And then I'm gonna look offended.
Sure you are.
Yeah, well, this is a nice little shop, and I'm gonna kick one of the little toys. I made those when I was 7.
The horse will keep running. You better leave now.
And I'll be like, alright, see you later. Nice wind-up device.
And you'll, as you like walk away, his like face turns red. He's like, I've never been this insulted in my life.
And then I'll walk out, and then I'll hold up my little gauntlet hand and flip him off. And I'll be like, artificers are the worst.
Oh my god.
And with that, that's where we're gonna take our break for the night. That image of Pippin.
Alright, cool.
So yeah, we're gonna take about 10 minutes here, guys. Don't forget to stick around. What?
We're very old.
Hello, I just came up. I popped out of the floor. Welcome back to AllFunNDice Session 13.
Hi, everybody.
Right before the break, we just had, our group was having a little shopping spree in this little roadside market. Not less roadside, in the middle of the road market on the Journeyman's Path. Picking up quite a few herbs, getting some stuff identified, getting a steamy romance novel, and some not so successful bouts of buying a cart. Is there anything else you guys want to do in the market?
No.
Nope.
I don't think so.
Okay. So you guys strap up Greta and Delicious once again. Worthington obediently waiting and guarding them as you guys shopped. And you guys are on your way once again.
I'd like to note that I'm very pleased that this is out of theme. That the donkey is now officially delicious.
Yeah, we renamed it.
We
Instead
did
of-
rename it.
I don't even remember what
Sophie.
Its name was.
Its name was Sophie,
Oh.
but now it's delicious.
Does Knack know?
No one's talked to Knack yet.
Yeah.
Okay. So this was in the middle of the day of cards. You guys have another 10 days of your journey. Anything quick you guys want to do during those 10 days?
I want to make some health potions.
Okay.
I'm gonna use 50 gold worth of raw materials, and I'm gonna make 4 health potions.
Okay, that would take you about a full day.
Yeah,
of
it takes me
work.
4 hours.
Yeah. 4 hours? Yeah, 4 hours. So
4
it'll take you
hours.
2 days total of working time to
Okay.
make these.
And while I'm doing that, I want to try to teach Loman. I'm gonna talk through how to make a health potion
Okay.
with Lonan, and I'm gonna be like, then you mix this.
I'm gonna have you.
Go for it.
I'm gonna have you each individually roll an intelligence check. Pippin, you can add your
Proficiency.
proficiency modifier in this.
No.
Okay, do you want to know what my intelligence roll was?
Yeah.
Okay, my roll was 27.
So was it an at 20?
Jeez.
No. 19. So
Then
26. 26.
And what am I rolling for? Sorry.
Intelligence?
12.
12? Okay. So Pippin is you were overhearing all
This
this.
seems fairly accurate.
This is like the really like you're like gritting your teeth with all this technical talk. You're like, just put the plants together. Just put them together. Just put the plants together.
Yeah, and I'm like, then you extract the essence of the plant's leaf by rubbing it together in a mortar and pestle.
And Pippin is actually doing a very good job, very thorough.
Like instructing it.
Yeah, while he's doing it, very much so, without missing a beat, he is mixing and talking and going over every single step. And he might be going a little too quick for you, Lonan.
Okay.
You are still quite new to all this alchemy and herbalism, but you managed to pick up a few things from Pippin as you go, and you have a better understanding.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna make those 4 potions.
Yep.
And I also wanna be after I finish that, I just wanna be working on developing something. I'm gonna take my giant wooden barrel, like a big keg, out of my bag of holding, and I'm gonna leave it in the cart, and I'm gonna just like practice mixing some things together and working on something.
Okay.
Suspicious.
So this is for the 10 days, right?
Yep, just something like casual you want to do while traveling.
My main focus is going to be trying to learn, the potions and try to absorb as much as I can. Obviously, I realize I'm probably not going to be able to do this myself. And I guess, well, we're on a cart, so it's not like I can be practicing too many things. I guess I'll just.
You have the evenings though.
Yeah, I guess you know what? I will practice 2 things. One is with Worthington. I'm going to try to teach Worthington as much as I can every day to try to hunt for us, or at least like track down some animal out in the wilderness if we can.
Okay, if you have a specific command that you want to teach Worthington, you can roll animal handling, and we can see how effectively it goes.
So I could be like hunt, and it'll run over. And
That's maybe a bit complex. You can think of maybe something closer that would maybe like something a bit simpler. Because Worthington doesn't really know any commands right now. He's just like, you guys are just lucky that he's like, just
Okay.
hang around.
Track kind of thing, like track sense or something, like
Track's a good one.
I feel like
sense.
that's still kind of complicated.
Yeah,
I would say more like sit.
Come, stay,
Come, stay.
stuff like that. Like something simple.
Well,
Fly.
yeah. fly. What about like if Worthington catches onto a scent, then can I be like get it kind of thing, like and only like kind of, and then it'll try to trace
I think you need some more precursor commands to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, eventually, I think you could
What
probably do
about
that.
bite?
Yeah. What about? Can I teach it to attack? Teach him to attack.
You can attempt bite.
Okay, I'll do.
Yeah.
I'll attempt to.
So
teach
describe
him
to me
bite.
how you're gonna try this, and then you can make it a check.
So how the heck am I gonna do this?
I had an idea. Do you want me to
Think
tell
of how
the
you
idea?
train Saber.
Yeah.
I was gonna
No,
say.
no.
Oh, okay. I can't tell
Pippin's
you.
focused on doing his thing.
I can try. I'm gonna try to put like some armor, like some cloth around my arm, I guess.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to like, wrestle around with him until he like bites, and then I'm just gonna continuously like say the word bite when he does so.
Okay.
And then praise him after he does it.
He just
But
learns to attack you.
no.
Worthington fight.
he only bites me. Nobody
Yeah.
else.
Well, let's see. Let's roll that animal handling
And then
check.
once he's learned to do it on me, then I'm going to try to get him to, when he sees something, like trigger to like say bite and like promote him to like attacking like just a creature.
Okay, roll animal handling.
Natural one.
Natural one.
So you never progress past the first step. And
Dude, this roll.
by the end of the 10 days, he
Jeez.
does know what bite means, but bite does mean attack you. Yes. But he learned something at least. So
You know he
Yeah.
can learn.
The other thing I'll try is continuing to increase my shifter form.
okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Would you like to do anything, Erie?
I'd like to spend
Oh,
the
that
first
works
2 days
together.
reading my book.
So you you notice that Eerie has kind of pushed herself into smaller, like almost like deeper shadows than normal. She's pushed herself like under like the seat of the cart, laying down with a book in front of her nose, tucked into the corner of the cart. When you guys rest, she's like up in a tree, away, always with her nose in the book, and you breeze through it, enticed by the forbidden romance described in its pages, and the sultry tones and the.
So throughout the trip.
Remember, I'm a 16-year-old girl.
Yeah,
So
you
you're-
have.
I'm like,
You
oh.
know very. You know probably enough about reproduction. Because I feel like your monk order will probably be open enough with you about it, but it's not something you have ever personally experienced up to this point. So this is all very, like, very new, very taboo. Like, not as taboo, but very like fresh.
Yes.
Yeah, very intriguing.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And then I'm not gonna be doing much. Like I don't really have any projects or anything I'm working on per se. Just you know, me and Gray staying vigilant.
Yeah, vigilant, sparring at night.
Sparring, still training.
Yeah.
And yeah. Maybe reread my book.
Yeah, you probably read it at least 3 times over these 10 days.
Great.
Yeah. And like by the you were reading it for the 4th time, and you just see her like open and then skip,
Yeah.
and like flick through a whole bunch of pages and then she reads like 3 pages and then skips.
Yeah.
Because you just want to read the good parts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know what those parts are.
And then I'm like reading, and then I like look and try and see if like anyone of the boys that I'm currently with are like the lead male in the book. And then I'm like,
Yeah, and then your eyes go over to Tenaculum.
and you see the rippling abs, but it's just him like moving.
yeah. I know.
So you guys are fairly vigilant
Yeah.
throughout the nights, keeping watch. Closer to the end of your journey, we would say probably about day 8. It's the first week at Penzin, which is the second
next
month of the year.
Oh, okay.
First week?
The first week, so it is now the 3rd of the Penzin,
Can
the
you
day
spell
of
the
Vials. IPENZIN. The Penzin.
The 3rd?
Yep, the 3rd of a Penzin, and this is the 8th day of your travels after the market. So you guys are 12 days in. So you guys are approaching Von Dressel as you. And for the past few days, you guys have actually been coming up the coast. You would have just recently been past probably 2, maybe 3 days ago. You would have been past another larger town that you didn't catch the name of. You guys kind of just went by. You got past it in the middle of the day. You decided not to stop. You know, it started with a K.
So, sorry, it's the day of what?
It is the day of Vials.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What?
I thought we stopped on the day. We started our trip on the day of cards.
Yes, and then it was 8 days since then.
I thought it was 10 days.
Yeah, you're not at the end of your trip yet.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
we still have 2 days of travel.
That's what I said, yeah.
Okay.
2 days of travel still until you get to Mondrasso. You guys aren't there yet.
It's New York, guys.
But it's been a fairly nice day, actually. It's fully into the next month. You know, in Penzin, summer officially starts towards the end of the month. So as much as there has been a lot of rain, the cold of winter has finally dissipated from the rain, and it's more of a nice, warm, welcoming spring rain. Flowers are a lot of the time starting to pop up, and when you did pass through any small towns, the gardens that they have in front of most homes are not even most homes, in front of all homes are bursting with life. So it's the evening of this day. You guys, Eerie, nose in the book, just skipping through the pages.
She
You guys,
is always reading that book.
it's just about time. People are gray. He goes, I think it's time. I think it's time for me to go to bed. Getting quite tired again.
What time is it?
Well, it seems late. The sun's already going down.
Alright, well, we'll look for somewhere to camp, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, Eerie.
Erie, maybe it's time to put that book down so we can get some rest.
I have a book on. It's a scholarly dissertation about dice. If you'd want to. Oh goodness.
Well, looks like we lost Erie.
Well,
We lost Erie.
In a book. In a good book. that is.
Erie's been so weird these last few days. So's Gray.
well, I've just been vigilant, you know?
Is there any way that we can just rest in the cot? I don't know if I trust sleeping anywhere right now.
Well,
Why?
I can see that there over there is a little grove, but it's a little off the road. Sure, if we rest close enough to that, we'll be fine.
How can you see in the dark?
It's not that the sun's setting. It's not
Oh.
down.
Okay. Sure. Well, let's drive the cart over to this grove.
Sounds good to me.
It's about like the grove is like off in the distance. It's definitely not close, but if
Yeah. Lonan, have you finished your potion homework?
Have I found it? Like, have I learned anything?
it's from the roll from before, so you learned a little bit, but the homework just roll a d20 for me.
Well, because I rolled against the thing already, right?
No, just roll a d20. This is to see if you did your homework.
And it's what? Just nothing?
Yeah, just what's the
13.
13.
roll? 13. You got it like 3/4 of the way done, but not quite fun. You didn't quite finish yet.
It seems as if I'm missing a few things here and there. A few questions I might have later on, but I'll be working on it for a while.
Okay. Get to that.
It's like covered in like spaghetti sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
you're,
spaghetti?
You're
I don't
like
know.
you're like Worthington ate it.
Yeah.
Dog ate it.
Yeah, I'm like, I guess I'll go bite tomorrow.
The little
Hey,
teeth
hey
bites.
Worthington, bite.
Yeah.
Alright, so I guess we'll start setting up a fire for camp.
The night goes on fairly quickly. Did you guys mention that you wanted to hunt? Did you guys want to maybe take a look in the grove or something now?
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
sure.
The only time Erie puts down her book, annoyed.
Yeah.
Here, Erie, since you're going hunting, take Tenaculum with you.
I take Tenaculum.
And he's 6 to your shoulder.
It's almost like there's almost like a line of goo on your shirt from where Tenaculum always
A
sits.
stain.
Is Worthington enjoying it when we're going hunting for
Yeah,
stuff?
he comes with you.
Is he enjoying it though? Like, does he have a fun time, or is he kind of just like moping around? When,
Oh,
when
he-
dogs like mope, they're like, "Ugh."
No, he does like his own. He does his own like hunting with you guys.
Yeah, we're his wolf pack now.
But like, okay, so are me and Erie pretty good at finding like things to hunt down?
Roll survival, both of you.
Nat 20.
Oh,
Wow.
Erie walks into the forest and like she just steps and like it's almost like a sonar dumps
Yeah.
out from her and she senses all the birds and the squirrels in the trees. No large game, but some sizable like. But like on the ground you see some like turkeys.
Okay.
moving.
And I'm
Natural
just
12.
like, I'm just like,
Yeah, Erie's gonna come back with like a mixture.
Yeah, you walk in and Erie already has 2 turkeys in her hand. You were behind. She was behind you.
Yeah,
How
and I'm
did you
just
grab
like,
that?
I'm smelling like the poison ivy.
No, you still managed to. You still got
I break out. I'm like, I found some good herbs for you. My arms are like breaking out of hives.
fight herbs and.
Oh my god, you have to wrap his arms, he can't use them. So, no, you managed to find, with your arrows, and you managed to retrieve the arrows you used, you managed to shoot down a couple of, 2 squirrels and a larger robin. But Erie definitely has she has a small family of 3 turkeys.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm just the best.
Okay, well, I
I'm
guess,
just the best.
shall we cook the dinner then? And
I
then
think we only need one for just the 4 of us.
keep the other one for now.
Are they dead?
Yeah, you would you grab their necks and snap them instantly.
jeez. Do you know? I mean, I'm not too familiar with keeping meat from. Should we pluck them even if we're not going to eat them tonight, or just leave them as is until we're hungry?
Oh, I think that might be good to pluck them. I don't know, does it matter? Like, would
You would
notice?
know.
Are they back now?
Logan.
Yeah, because I'm in the kitchen, right?
Yeah,
So-
you know how to cook. You would
Yeah.
know that you would need to cook the meat and maybe preserve it. You would know how to do that kind of
Okay.
thing.
Well, preserve the meat might be a good option. So yes, let's pluck them out and see. We just shouldn't be leaving them for very long without the proper storage.
Yeah. And you don't have enough salt for
Yeah,
that.
So I give one to you and I give one to Pippin, and I'm like,
Are they back?
Yep.
Yeah, we just.
Oh,
It was
guys,
quick, yeah.
Gray was
Erie
just
basically
about to
walked
tell me
in.
his backstory.
Yeah.
Great. Tell us.
Vigilant since I was a child.
Good
I was
catch, guys.
Yeah. Would you like to trade one of my gold for your 1 platinum? Because,
What?
I don't know.
Yeah, here's all my gold. Here, have my armor too.
Oh my god.
Well, I guess, Lonan, you're the best cook. Do you want to start making us some turkey?
Maybe like start plucking Pippin.
Alright.
Everybody, all you guys are sitting around the fire. Greta and Delicious are just eating away. Worthington he's caught his own turkey. That's a smaller one. You got the good ones.
Yeah.
Where Worthington's like mowing down on his own.
Okay.
He's off to the side. He's not like not in the group when he's doing this. He's like off.
Guys,
away.
we're 2 days away. We're 2 days out from the city, finally.
So close.
I've gotten like used to sleeping on the ground.
What
What are we gonna do?
Yes, Pippin, what is the first thing you're going to do when you get there?
I'm gonna go to the Ochre Academy.
What are you gonna do, Lonan?
Yeah, you probably shouldn't call yourself Lonan in the city.
You probably should come up with a better name than Al.
From now on, I think L is a good name.
I think
Wasn't that the name of the cannibal woman? Lady L?
And I think you shouldn't have your fake name start with the letter of your real name.
What if we did something like Nolan?
Nolan? I like Nolan.
Nolan Greybeard?
You don't have a beard.
Sorry, Nolan White Fang. I don't know.
That's fine. I like that.
Nolan White Fang seems easy to remember.
Definitely sounds like a shifter name.
That does sound like a shifter name to me.
Nolan.
Smith.
Nolan. Yeah, something that would not put me in that
White
area that I
Fang
was born.
seems appropriate.
I like White Fang.
Nolan White Fang. I like that. Thank you, Gray. Good idea.
That was tiring. I'm gonna hit the head.
Your daily input
You
is
can wake me
rather
up for-
important.
What do you want to do in the city, Erie?
I've never really had a plan, to be honest with you. I never really planned on coming this way when I started my journey, so I don't know.
Have you ever been to a city before?
No.
Oh, you're in for it.
I mean, I was at the last city we were at.
That was just a large town.
Oh, then definitely no.
Yeah, you were like overwhelmed
Yeah.
when you went to Papia.
Yeah, just wait. It's like Papia, but like...
Are we going to be... I don't know if we should be... You know... what is going to be our major objective when we get there? Are we going to be looking after something? Or are we just going to be all split in our ways for a little while?
Well, we probably want to find somewhere to stay, so we can get rooms at some tavern or inn.
Mm-hmm.
And then, if everyone has errands to run, we can all go run errands, and then...
Are you guys planning on staying in the city for a long time?
It depends if I get what I need.
What is it you're looking for?
Ingredients probably, or some sort of recipe.
I'm going to be looking for a new cart, if that's okay. If I am going to be finding more carts, I don't know if that merchant was telling the truth or not, but you know, he did mention something about 600 gold, I think it was.
Well,
Seems
I mean,
quite
I don't want to
expensive.
pool all my this money has to last me a full year.
No, I don't
So
think.
if we're not going to continue traveling together, then I don't think it's worth putting all my gold in.
Why would we not travel together anymore?
Well, if everyone has different plans.
Pippin, I think it's time that you tell us what your plans are when you get there.
I told you my plans. My plans are to go to the Ochre Academy, and the Ochre Academy is in Von Drassel.
Pippin, last time we spoke, you mentioned something. I was asking you questions about what your intentions are, and you ran away out the door. What was the reason? You mentioned going to see Erie. I asked Pippin a question. Pippin, I hope you don't mind me saying this, but I asked him a question.
I do mind, actually.
Well, perhaps.
I don't know why you're prying, Lonan.
I'm just curious because we've already had 2 party members leave us. I don't know if I want to have a third.
I don't plan on leaving you.
But how do I know that?
I just need to find something. And you know that because I said it. I need to go to the Ochre Academy because I'm working on a project and I think that they can help me with creating it. And that's why I need to go there. It's the only wizard
Is
school.
Erie looking behind her book right now?
Erie is like fake reading her book.
Erie, is there something you're not telling me? Erie? Rather suspicious. I can tell that they're being suspicious.
You can roll insight on... you'd have to roll 2 individual checks if you want to check both. So this is Erie.
Insight on Erie is 15.
Okay.
And it's 17 on Pippin.
Okay, you can tell that Erie is just being coy.
I'm just don't want to be part of the conversation.
But she does at the same
I do
time.
I want to listen, but I don't want anyone to Like, I don't want to seem like I'm...
An active
Because
participant.
I can tell Pippin's uncomfortable, so I don't want to be like, I'm being nosy.
So she's not hiding anything, she just doesn't want to be part of the conversation.
Yeah. And you can tell Pippin is being defensive.
But he's being honest, though?
Yeah, he hasn't said anything false.
Yeah. I just want...
That you can tell.
I don't plan on breaking up our group. We've been together for like half a month.
No, 2 months now, right?
Almost a full month. And I've come to like you guys. I've been teaching you things. I just think that I need to do this. I have something I'm working on.
Alright. Well, I trust you guys.
Well, I'm going to be honest. Are we going to do anything about the swamp while we're there? I thought we talked about that too.
Yeah.
Swamp.
The loot guys.
Those guys.
Yeah.
We need to tell someone that it's expanding.
Yeah,
We didn't even think about that for it's been so long since we even came across that.
To be honest, it's been an exhausting journey.
It has been. I think we need to definitely take quite a big break.
We're all very road weary.
I'm battle weary too.
Would anybody know about my background when I get there about potentially what I'm being, charged with or
Probably.
I mean,
Regicide.
they're singing songs about you, aren't
It's
they?
a large city from what you're saying, so...
Yeah, you killed the king, or you allegedly killed the king of, like, everywhere we've been through.
Is there anybody in the group that looks like they've been keeping their hair look super nice and everything? Like changing their hairstyle, perhaps, over the course of the 20 days?
What?
No.
I got a haircut.
Oh, okay, so...
Eerie did get a haircut, so it was like buzzed to the sides.
I also am very self-conscious about my hair, so I'm always like...
She like brushes it down like this, and it has grown out a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it was almost
I'm
20
not
days
self-conscious
ago.
about the cut, I'm just self-conscious about the white. So I'm always like touching it and like trying to like brush the dark over top of the white.
So I can tell that her hair has changed since the last time we've seen each other. Well, not the last time we've seen each other, but like since the last
30 seconds.
her hair has changed since we've been together. Okay.
Yeah.
Eerie, I've noticed that you've cut your hair. Is this something that you could possibly do to myself? I don't know if...
I didn't cut this myself.
Oh, well, never mind then.
She went to a hairdresser when we were in Papia.
If I'm going to be changing my name, should I be changing my hairstyle and how I look as well
Do you look like the wanted posters?
Have I seen one yet? I don't think so.
You haven't seen any wanted.
I don't know. I'm not too
I
sure.
assume if they've drawn your likeness, then yes, you should change your appearance.
My question...
I have a pair of rough shears.
Let me think back to when the last time they would have seen me in the castle. How long ago was it?
It was about a year and a half ago.
So I would look similar to what I look like now.
Maybe longer hair.
Longer hair, stuff like that.
You haven't got any major injuries since
Do you
then.
have facial hair?
Yeah. He has like big mutton chops.
Do you have like a mustache or a beard? Or just mutton chops?
I don't, usually I probably shave.
Yeah, I probably shave, yeah.
Because you guys do bathe. You've made like comments of bathing, so I trust that you guys do it enough.
My character will be up soon, you can see it, but...
Can I take, I don't know, can I take like my pocket knife?
Yeah.
Do I have a pocket knife?
You have a dagger.
A dagger.
Or one of your darts.
And I'll be like, we could change your facial hair perhaps. And I cut off a little piece of my like black hair over here and go to like hold it up to your like... can I squeeze a little piece of tenaculum off?
Yes.
And stick it to the back and then stick it to your chin.
So you have a little
like
black
a little,
pencil
like I want it to be like a soul patch.
Oh my
a little
goodness.
black soul.
Yeah.
You look completely different.
Yeah.
How do I look?
Who is that?
Is there like a piece of armor that I could look at to kind of see my reflection?
Gray will like polish his like breastplate. And it's a bad reflection, and your face is like all distorted. It looks like really high angle. It almost looks like the Ice Queen.
But like to me, does it look good though from the reflection? Sure.
It's you can't really see your reflection very well, but you can decide what
Just
you want.
take it or where it looks good. You look to me like Nolan.
I would much rather do what we did before and dye my hair.
You want to dye your hair?
Yes.
I could probably dye your hair again.
What was the reasoning for my hair going back to the color it is now?
When you drank the Lydia's Blessing potion.
Ah, right.
After you
for
were
some reason, I
ice
thought it was
cursed.
when I shifted into
So
my
did
form.
I for some reason, but no, it wasn't.
Well,
don't worry, I keep track of these things, guys, for us.
So here's the question. I believe that let's not change my facial hair. The thing I'm worried about is that I'm talking to somebody and a piece of the hair falls off.
I look disappointed that my...
I appreciate your suggestion.
My hair was incredible.
Yeah, because there's a little like bald spot.
Spot now.
And I'm like, I just take it. I'm just like, and then I just put it back on.
It sticks back, and you feel the tentaculum goo.
Well, sorry. What do we need again to dye my hair? It was that, from what I remember, it was.
I used some wheat.
Well,
Yes.
I can probably extract the essence of any sort of color.
can we do this in the morning? The sun's almost fully set now.
Go to bed then, Gray.
Yeah, Gray. We
Get
don't.
some sleep. We don't need you awake for now.
Well, wake me up for last watch then.
All right. Jeez, he's just been so awful this whole trip.
It seems as if he wants to sleep, but he never does.
I don't know what the deal is.
And we still
Quiet down!
He just tosses, and we're all just like, he just tosses and turns all night.
we still don't know what Gray's going to be up to in the town. I can be honest with you though. If I'm going to be traveling with you guys in town, I feel like being alone is probably not a good option for me.
So, how about when we're in Von Drassel, Lonan always has a buddy.
I can go either with Erie or you. It doesn't really matter. Or are you going to be anywhere? How about this? When we get to town, we'll talk about it and go from there. But I think that being with one another, just in case something happens to me, you know, if they take me in or start asking me any questions.
So, Lonan, if they...
I'm trying to think
This
as well
is kind
too.
of a hard question. If someone recognizes you and the opposition tries to arrest you,
Right.
do you want us to help you fight off
I was just
the police?
I was just thinking that.
I
Pippin.
don't. I can't get in trouble. I have family. I
me
need
and
to go
Erie,
back
me and Erie aren't even citizens of Kader.
to. Yeah.
I don't know what they do.
Neither am I.
Do I know what they do to non-citizens?
Roll a history check.
If like I break the law, it's good. 20.
You don't know specifically because you haven't really had any time to be in a Kadareth library or anything of the sort. But you can imagine that it's something similar. If it's anything like your him, they would be forcibly removed from the country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The country?
Yeah, we'll be exported, or they'll hang us up in a cage outside the city walls where ravens can eat us.
The question that I have is, do I want you guys risking your lives to protect me?
Well, I think that I would.
Erie?
I think I would. Yes.
I don't. I think that violence should be a last resort. I think that if it comes to that, there are ways we could possibly get you out, but I don't think that us starting a fight in the middle of a city with a known wanted man is the best course.
Perhaps I can find out some more information. The thing is that I would like to find out who actually did poison the king, but without, I don't know where I would even start.
You want to investigate?
Would I
the
know that
real
like
murder?
going to this big city would be a stupid idea to go asking people like about it because I'm literally a suspect?
You can assume that like
That'd be a
if
dumb
people
idea.
are singing songs about you, it's going to be pretty risky to be
Yeah, I'm not going to go around and be like, did you hear? Do you know anything?
Well, maybe we can solve this murder.
And Kadareth.
Probably not in Kadareth. Where's the capital right now? Where's the capital?
You want to see? So, Pippin, what kind of color can you dye my hair this time?
Hemlock.
In Hinlock, right? We'd have to go to Hinlock.
Mhm.
What color can I dye your hair? Well, I would need something to take the color out of. So, like, there's grass here. I could give you green hair.
So Nolan Whitefang is going to be my new name, correct? And
I
I'm
guess.
going to have, let's give myself some sort of abstract hair that might not.
Do you want, like, a rainbow streak?
Let's do. I think that might be something that
Yeah,
would.
that's very low key.
Yes, I would agree with Theory that it might stand out too much, and then people
What
might.
about,
notice
like,
it
a
more.
mohawk?
No, I don't think anything crazy. I think
What about brown?
that sounds great. And are we going to be traveling around town? Is it in like big cities like this? It's fine to just be traveling with like everything that we have. Like, is Worthington going to be left alone?
You've never been to Von Drassel?
No, I've never been, so I don't know.
So
how
you don't really know the layout.
We'll
of the
probably
city.
put him on a leash.
None of you do.
And I look at Worthington and I'm like, Worthington on a leash? Worthington on a leash? I don't know how well he'll do, but well, let's get some rest and then find out how it's going to be.
Alright. Good talk, everybody. Thanks, Gray.
So
Who's
Gray's gonna
taking
take.
first?
Gray's taking last.
Yeah, who's taking first?
I can watch.
Yeah.
Okay, who's second?
Whoever he wakes, I guess.
I'm asking for right now.
I'm not answering. Like, Erie's not volunteering.
I'll take second.
So, What do you want to do during your watch?
Me?
Yeah.
Just stay. Not joking. Stay vigilant.
Okay.
I'm just gonna like just sit around and just think like in my mind of like what colors should I dye my hair, but kind of just like not really paying attention too much because I think we're close to the city.
Okay, roll a perception check.
Oof. 7.
7? Okay.
Fantastic.
Roll
So,
that.
over your watch, the sky progressively gets darker and the stars come out, but nothing happens too important. So you wake up Pippin?
I'm going to wake up Pippin. Yeah.
How was your watch?
Well, not bad. I mean, could stay up for a little bit longer, but I definitely need to get my rest before we head out.
Alright.
Nothing important to discuss?
Nothing important to discuss?
No.
Alright. Well, good night.
Pippin, before I go to bed though,
Yeah?
anything you want to tell me about earlier? You did mention that you wanted to keep it quite secret, so
I just
know that I believe that we're friends at this point, and if there's anything you want to tell me, I don't mind knowing about it, as long as even maybe I can even help. I'm not too sure. Considering you know about my past and all.
I think that I don't know if I'm ready to talk about this.
Well, when you are, and then good night, and then I'm just gonna do good night, Pippin.
Thanks, Logan. And then I'll keep my watch.
Roll a perception check.
16?
So Pippin, you take your rounds, distracted, head full of possibilities, and you find yourself losing track of the time and losing track of just what's happening around you until you hear a rustle in the leaves behind you to your left.
Wake up! Everyone wake up! Wake up! There's a rustle!
Can we? And he is pretty loud, so we all wake up. I'm assuming.
Yep.
Okay.
Gray! Gray, hurry!
I'm awake.
Worthington, do you hear that?
Where's
Is
the
Worthington growling out where?
No,
it
he
is?
just like
He
is
was
waking up
sleeping.
too.
Okay, I'm gonna look at the area where there was the sound.
Okay. When you look in the area, you don't.
Where is he? Where is he pointing to?
And it's close because you guys went off and you went a bit closer to the grove.
Is it dark out?
area, right? Yeah, it is. It is pitch
Can
black.
I mean, I can have dark vision. Can I see out there?
You can see faintly. It's dim. You can't see any like shapes within the forest, but you can see Pippin is pointing towards a series of bushes.
But I can't see anything.
Who's there?
Nothing.
Is there any rocks near us?
Yep, there's some small rocks.
I'm gonna
within
take.
the plans.
I'm gonna take a bunch of rocks and I'm gonna start throwing them at this bush, just like to get out what's ever behind this bush.
Okay. No. Other than the rustling of the leaves as the rocks go in.
Tenaculum, investigate. And I'll send Tenaculum forward on the ground.
Pippin, make him glow at least.
I can't. Willow left.
Ah.
She did that.
So Tanaka will go in and come out full of leaves. And with some rocks in them.
Okay, false alarm. Everyone go back to sleep. Sorry about that.
Instead of going back to sleep, I'm going to like walk around the back of the bushes
Okay.
to
Roll a
look
perception check.
with my stuff out.
I'll keep an eye on Eerie doing this because I just got jolted out of bed. I'm not gonna go back to sleep, especially after what's been going
12.
down.
So as you're walking around, you see nothing.
Okay.
Take a small lap.
And I
You see
kind
some
of brush
rustle as the wind blows,
I want
but
to brush my staff through the kind of like poking around in the bushes and kind of like dragging it on the ground.
you hear rustling as you do that, but you can't tell if it's. You think it's just the rustling of your staff.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna just kind of sit down by the fire and throw some logs in.
With my wolf scent, can I?
You don't have. You don't. That's not what kind of shifter you are.
We'll
You could have took that one.
Yeah, you sat on a different one.
True.
Well, go back to sleep, guys.
I'm not gonna. I don't know if I can fall back asleep after being woken up that possibly something is out there.
No, I think it was just my imagination.
I'll stay up anyways, I guess, because of
You're
this
not going to
point.
get your rest if you stay up any longer.
All right, I
It's
will
okay.
fight to stay awake, but I will fall asleep anyways.
Okay.
Then.
And I'll kind of just like,
He like passes out on the log that's sitting
I'll
next to him.
pick some rocks out of Tenaculum.
I'm gonna stay awake.
Okay. This was about an hour and a half into your watch, so it was fairly late.
Ooh,
Okay.
Before I fall asleep, I want to water my quiver a little bit.
Okay, we can say that you've probably been doing that every day.
Yeah, because I want to keep track of.
And it's
that.
still dry, but it seems to be doing better than it was before.
Has Pippin found something? Did Pippin end up finding something that helped it out a little
He
bit?
didn't mention that he was looking specifically.
No. Okay.
Just water and sunlight.
Yeah. So you're gonna stay up? What?
Do you just want to take over?
I guess. I don't know. I have a weird feeling.
Okay, well, I'll go to sleep then.
Okay.
I can stay up if you
No,
want.
it's okay. It's fine.
Yeah, you can take Tenaculum. He doesn't really do anything, but
Thanks.
yeah.
You can take Tenaculum. He doesn't do anything though. What is this stupid?
Good night.
Okay.
Okay.
Good night.
Tenaculum's
Roll
literally
perception for
like
your
saved
watch.
our lives. He got into a small chest and got a thing out for you. He doesn't do nothing. Does
Eight-
Tenaculum have like a
18.
any
18.
feelings at all? Is he
So
just
as-
crying? Sorry.
So as you are on your watch, you're taking your looks. You keep going back and forth towards the forest. Is there anything specific? But you hear another rustle at some point from a different spot than what Pippin was pointing before.
And I can't see anything.
You don't see anything, but you hear the rustle again distinctly.
When I hear the rustle, I want to, like, quick reaction throw a dart.
Oh, and you're
Okay.
Oh.
a high pitched noise, and then
Who is that? I
one.
know you're in there.
no, it's,
Get out here.
and you see what looks like a girl similar age to you, with like honey-colored hair, tied up, but covered in a bandana, limp out with the arrow stuck in her thigh.
With her doing this, is she pretty loud at this point? Can we hear you?
Let him tell you.
It wasn't. How loud were you? How loud did you?
I was yelling.
Yeah, yelling. So you guys would have heard that. Maybe not have woken necessarily yet, but
You were probably not alert yet.
yeah.
Okay.
So this girl walked out of the trees.
With an arrow in her.
Or dart.
Yeah.
Have you
Dark.
been following us? Who are you? What do you want?
I haven't been following you.
You have?
I haven't not been.
What do you want? Why are you hiding in the bushes?
You wouldn't believe me.
Are you a bandit?
And I'm gonna, like, put my fingers in my mouth and whistle.
And
Okay.
one of Nixon's ears would perk
It would
up.
be pretty bad if you could, anyways.
You guys will all be awake now. What?
Get over here.
So as I wake up,
No,
what is it?
no, don't call anyone else.
It's fine. They're not going. We just want to know by someone.
No.
It's awfully late.
So I'm gonna walk up to what's going on. So,
I already said get over here. So
what's going on? What seems to be happening over here?
I don't know. This is girls, and I would like to reach over and, like, you know, with
And
the hands
she'll
up
like
like this
flinch. She'll still flinch.
and pull the dirt out of her leg.
Ah! You're not supposed to pull it out like that.
I'm sorry. I don't know a lot about medicine.
I can help. I'm gonna
Oh,
walk over.
Oh no, it's gray. I got this one.
Okay.
And it'll heal the wound. in
Great
your leg.
ideas.
What's the deal? Is she human?
Yes.
Sorry, has she been following us this entire time?
She said she hasn't
No,
been following
I
us,
can't.
but she says I won't believe what
Here,
she's
I'll-
doing.
Are
I'm
you
ro-
trying to rob us when we slept?
Yes.
Sorry.
Is that true?
Yes.
I don't know if that's true. 'cause-
Look-
Roll insight.
Has she been telling the truth? Yeah, I guess she. Well,
10.
10. You think she's telling the truth, but it seems like she might be holding something back.
Okay. I don't know why you say
Yes.
I wouldn't believe you if that's all it is.
Because you won't.
well, why don't you try and let us know? We've seen some crazy things along the way.
I think I'll just have to go. I think.
You
And
came all
so-
this.
You're injured. You should stay.
You came all this.
It's okay. It's his weird stuff. It helped.
I'm gonna go behind. I'm gonna go behind where she's standing. Like not behind her, but I'm gonna go behind her. And she's like, no. I think we need an excuse. Or we need an excuse. We need a reason as to why you are here.
Roll intimidation.
It's 8.
Well, no, sir. I don't think that's going to be necessary.
You don't
I've
have
caused
to.
you guys enough trouble already.
You don't have to worry with us. It's not like we're going to harm you. We just want to make sure that
Well,
you're not.
you already did.
Well, we were.
You don't even understand the amount of times that we've been attacked on the road. So I'm sorry. We need to protect ourselves.
Yeah, last
if you're
time
lurking in the bushes.
we almost got eaten by a cannibal.
That seems fake. What you guys?
Well, I wish we could have some proof for you, but we had to get out of there as fast as we could.
Yeah, they don't really care if you believe us.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna go with that.
No, we said you can't leave.
I don't think
Well, what are
letting
you
you
gonna
leave
do
at
then?
this.
Stop me?
So you need to let us know what you were doing, so we can either believe you or, you know.
Are we near a town?
We at least need a reason.
Why would you tell us if you were going to rob us? Why would you not try and gain our trust and then rob us after we fell asleep?
Because why would you trust me? That's not how it works.
But why tell us you're going to rob us? That's just going to make us want to take you to the
You
authorities.
guys aren't gonna. I don't know. It's not gonna help if I tell you no matter what.
Well, then just tell us. It can't be any worse, because at this point, we're just going to take you to the authorities for being trying to rob us.
No persuasion.
15.
15. She'll take a deep breath. I was put up to it.
By who?
By who?
I shouldn't say. They said I couldn't say it to anyone.
Someone told you to rob us?
Us in particular?
No, just the first group that came by, and you guys were sleeping, and I don't know. You guys, I threw a rock, but he yelled. Normally people wouldn't yell. I didn't think. Why would you yell when you saw a bush move? It could have been a turkey.
He's not the most.
Yeah, I mostly just make potions.
Oh. Well,
So who was this that told you?
I don't know their name. They just.
Can you describe them?
Can you show
They're
us where
pretty-
they are?
I can't. They have my brother.
Oh.
Your brother told you?
No, they have.
They
No,
have,
they
your
have your
brother.
brother.
I took him.
I'm sorry.
We left Fondrassel a few days ago. We were in an orphanage for a long time. My brother, he's not normal, my little brother. He looks a little weird.
So they're holding your brother hostage at this point in return for you robbing people in return.
They were gonna sell him originally when they found him.
Wait a minute.
I'm trying to get him back.
And all these flashbacks come from the people that were. Remember the beginning of our adventure when we found that card that was trying to sell people?
They weren't actually though. We
Well,
found out they weren't
We
because
thought
we
they
killed
were, but
them.
they were smuggling people out, saving
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, they were helping
They were indentured
immigrants.
servants.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
I don't know.
If we were to take you into town, would you be able to show us where these people are?
They're not in town. I can't say where they are.
Wouldn't
Well,
you-
what if we
watching
could help
me
you get your
now.
brother back?
They're watching you now.
I'm worried. They
Sorry.
said they were. But I
Erie,
don't know.
search the woods.
Okay, and I would like to.
Where they didn't go with her, and I
pass without trace.
I'm going to.
Oh, sure, yeah, you can keep one right away. And then roll stealth.
Erie
we
just
let-
dashes into the trees.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes.
And then remember your plus 10 plus your other.
Yeah, add 10 to that roll.
To this.
Yeah,
Yes.
add that plus your bonus plus 10.
That's what Pass Without Trace does.
All right. Well, I rolled a 31.
We're like,
Erie's-
Erie, go!
Erie jumps into the woods and just the shadows almost cling around you as you disappear.
And I am looking for someone who's.
And just looking through, you don't go super deep, but even just your stealthy looks around, you don't see anyone looking.
Okay.
As she's.
And you're gone for 5-10 minutes and you don't find anyone.
I just appear next to you guys. Poof.
Yeah, you step out from behind Pippin and Pippin's actually on the other side of the woods.
You're like, no one's there.
As she's just standing in front of us, do I still have my cloak on me? I know that we always have our cloaks on our
Yeah, you
our
guys,
backs.
I don't think
I'm
you
going-
stripped to sleep.
I'm going to
I
offer
do.
her my cloak and kind of does she look like she has, I don't know,
She looks
hungry?
tough. Like a tough,
Oh, okay. So she's-
street teen.
So she doesn't need to be.
No, she doesn't look meek. She looks like she's acting kind of she's trying to be like, no, it's fine. I don't need to. say
Okay,
this."
so
So you're from an orphanage in Von Drassel, and your
Yeah.
brother was taken by some people, and they were going to sell him,
Yeah,
and
we were
now
trying
they're
to get-
having you.
We're trying to get out, just to get somewhere. Maybe work on a farm for a while.
What's
Or
your
at least I
name?
could. Oh, I'm Dela. Dela Louise.
Dilla? Well,
Can I, Pippin, where's your bag?
Right here.
And then can I stick my hand in it and rummage around until I feel the snow globe?
The
Oh,
snow
the
globe's
snow globe's not
on
in my
his
bag.
belt,
Oh,
generally.
it's on your belt. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I thought it was in your bag.
That's okay.
So I'm still just gonna
Yeah.
No, careful, there's very dangerous poisons in there.
Oh.
The sheet of her arm goes up full of needles.
Who
It's
are
just
you
those
people?
bones.
Oh my god!
Where's the snow globe?
And I'm
Sorry.
just go,
Viscal?
Mitchell.
Vitriol doesn't...
Disco.
Mitchell.
And I'll pop out and a little snake will curl out up your arm.
I think she wanted to go in.
Oh, you went in?
No, I didn't
No.
want
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So you
I
touch
wanted
the bottom.
Mitchell to come
Yeah,
out.
and he slithers out and up your arm, and you feel where the chill should be, but it's not cold.
Okay, I'd like to just whisper to him and be like, "Can you look, see if anyone else is here?" And
And he will drop, and he has a faint glow to him, but
and
it's
I'll
not.
be
It's not like
if
bright
someone's
light.
here, come back and rattle your. Does he have a what kind of? I don't know.
You say
Shake your tail
Rattle
twice.
you'll see like his tail change into like crystalline like beads,
Okay.
and he'll rattle it,
Rattle it
Whoa.
twice
Yeah.
if you see someone.
and then he'll slither.
Okay.
So
Good
did
idea.
he shake twice? Or he did?
No,
No.
he's
No, 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 no.
He
No,
just
he
changed
changed
so that he
into
has
the
to
rattle and then
Okay.
slithered away
Okay.
with the faint glow. But like as soon as he goes into the brush, the glow's gone.
Okay.
Well,
So,
I
Dayla
already told you
Louise,
they're probably gonna kill him now.
we
Why
can
would they
help
kill him?
you.
And how
Well,
would
if they can't sell, if you guys are gonna come, they're probably why would they're no use to him now.
We
We
could
can
buy him and
help.
set him free.
We could buy him and then we could beat them up and take our money back.
True.
I'm sorry, but how many people made you do with this? I'm curious. Is it a group? Is it like a party of people that?
It's a quite a big group.
I have
feel
an
as if
idea.
it was just a single person, I would have been able to take him on.
I have an idea. Dayla, we need you to trust us, okay? And then I'm gonna hand her 10 gold.
So
You're gonna lead us back to them and say you stole this, and we're gonna follow you from behind.
Can I? Is it just gold you passed?
Yeah, 10 gold.
This is gonna look suspicious. Do you
Okay,
have
I'll throw some
and
coppers and
silvers?
silvers and 1 platinum.
No, the platinum is too much.
Okay, I'll
But-
take the platinum back.
And like you'll actually like she'll like be holding it really tight.
Yeah, and I'll go.
Okay, I think this should be fine now.
Does that sound like a good plan? I didn't really consult you guys.
Sure.
Well, how about you guys follow a little bit behind me?
Give us a minute.
You're really quiet. I don't know why you're so quiet.
Me?
Can you help them?
I wish.
Well-
I wish I could.
Well,
You can help us be quiet.
I can.
Well, you
I
know-
will.
you know here, guys. You still have a password trace for an hour, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, you know here, guys. I'm not really a stealthy one. I think I might just give it away if I come with you.
No, you go ahead and stumble all you like, and we'll be hidden behind you.
Yeah. Is it? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Is it? Passive a trace that I can cast on other people.
It's an area
It's an
of effect
AoE around you.
Oh, okay.
So
good.
if we stand near you,
Yeah.
you have like a silencing aura.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if I had to do something specific.
Nope. You use your. You probably did like weird like, ninja tricks with your
Alright.
hands.
You're like,
So you're saying?
Yeah.
Are you saying that they're in the town?
No. No.
Outside of
course
Van
not.
Drassel?
No,
Are they by the road?
They're here.
they're
They're
near
here.
us.
Yeah, they're deeper in the grove.
Well, that might be a little
Why
reason.
wouldn't they? Why would they be in Madrasa? That's where we came
Sorry,
from.
I might have misunderstood what you're referring to, but
Yeah. Well,
don't go too far ahead. And just to be sure, and I'm going to tell. I don't know about. No, I'm not going to tell. No,
What?
I was.
Tell
Gonna,
me your ideas. Don't be afraid.
I was going to tell Worthington to go with it, but that's not a good idea.
What
because
about
if I'm getting
Tenaculum?
chased by a
Tenaculum
wolf,
is
I'd
a
be
great
worried.
idea. Take Tenaculum.
Can we stick this to your back?
Well, why would that?
It'll help.
No. What if they see it?
No, just face them straight the whole time.
There's like 6 of them. They
Okay.
don't just stand in front of me.
Okay, that's fine.
Is there anything that we need to
patted
be?
down?
Is there anything we need to be worried about with this group? Do they look?
I don't know. The 2 of them are really like they're really threatening. I don't know. Like they're really big.
Are they carrying any specific weapons that we need to worry about?
I can't. Swords, maybe some knives.
Are you the only person that they've done this to?
If we wait any longer, they're gonna
Yeah,
just
let's
come
go.
by.
Let's
Like,
go.
they'll
Let's
show
go.
me wait.
Questions.
Um,
Lead the way, Dahlia.
We have to go and stamp on our fire. Are we not taking our stuff with us?
Oh, we gotta. We'll
Oh.
leave. Gray, can you stay here?
Yeah, that's what I
Well,
was
sorry,
gonna
Gray's
say
going to stay here.
anyways.
And what?
Well,
Look
is
after
one
our
of you
cart.
guys gonna watch
It's either
Sophie
we
and
waste
Greta?
time packing it all up and dragging it through the forest, or
What
we
if
risk losing
this?
it all.
What if this girl here? What if she's actually tricking us the whole time?
That's
Yeah.
what I'm curious about as well.
So
too.
Gray's
Gray
gonna stay
should
here and
stay.
look after the stuff. and
I'm
we're
gonna
go.
watch. I can handle myself.
If we go, all right. Well, Gray, be careful. If we don't return, sorry, Delia. How long is the trek from here to where we need to go? A day's walk?
Probably like a half hour, maybe
Half an
an
hour,
hour.
Okay,
okay.
let's just start
Gray, if-
going. and
Yeah,
start
I'm
asking
gonna start
questions.
head out. Wait 5 minutes and then follow through. Okay.
Gray,
Maybe
we don't
2
return
minutes.
in like about 2 or 3 hours.
I'll
I
wait
think we
until
should
I-
follow.
I don't want you to lose track of you, so I will keep.
I'll try to. I'll bring some branches.
I've made it so that they are nearly indetectable.
Okay. I'm gonna head out now.
Okay, go.
And she'll like dart into the forest.
Okay.
Well, not moving, not running, but she's gonna be breaking some branches for you guys as she goes as well.
Okay, so I'm gonna wait until she's almost out of my line of sight and then follow.
You-
Yeah, and I'm like,
All right, let's go.
Everybody roll a stealth. I'm gonna get you to roll a new one as well.
Oh, not good.
Remember, add that plus your 10.
24.
Okay.
What am I doing?
Stealth.
Stealth, and then add plus 10 on top
So
of
do
your
normal
roll.
stealth plus 10.
So 21.
15.
That's not bad. Okay, so Pippin is stumbling a little bit. It's hard to see in the dark. But you guys managed to follow by for about 45 minutes, maybe 50, as you follow Dela through the woods, the wooded area. It's not very dense. You can see fairly easily through most of the trees. And as you get closer towards the last couple minutes of your small trek, you see a fire and hear some low talking as they approach, which all stops as soon as Dela steps into the firelight.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to continue getting closer, but still be like, I'm darting between trees, keeping invisible,
Yeah, keeping quiet,
keeping quiet, keeping stealth, so
Yep.
that if something happens, I'm close enough to step out.
Okay, so you guys can continue moving closer, and as you see large, burly men in like assorted rags. 2 of them with some smaller people like clustered around them. Definitely the larger ones look like they're in charge. But in the center between them, it is a more slender woman who is talking, who appears. You can't quite hear from the distance, and the light is casting like weird shadows. So you're having a hard time reading their lips as well. You're catching maybe every few words.
Okay, I'm going to cast. 1 second. Observe it.
Yeah. So you can see every few words.
Yeah.
And you can understand. You're having a hard time understanding just because of the darkness and the way the light is and the way that everybody's standing. So you're more so seeing. You get the gist that they are saying that like, good job, like we'll wait in the morning and you can go.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's. And you see Dela sit down, and you see a small, red child walk
He's
over.
red?
Yeah. And what's your passive perception? Passive perceptions? 13.
18.
Sorry, I was like, what? 10 or no, sorry, 11.
Okay. Eerie, you notice that there are small horns peeking out from the top of his hair as well.
Mm-hmm. And his skin is red?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
And you'll see Dela like look back, and like not in the right place. Like she's looking back and like not seeing where you guys are.
Okay.
Do we jump in now?
Hold on, wait. I don't know. Should I go around the other way?
Did she hand my money to them?
Or is
You saw the money.
is
be
the
handed
child
out.
tied up?
You can see that like you can tell that his hands are behind his back.
And is he far away from where we are?
Not super far, but he is like far enough from the trees and close enough to other people.
Okay.
Yeah, if that's what you're wondering.
Should we jump out and attack at once?
I don't know about attacking, but I think that maybe at least what we should do is tell them to stop what they're doing.
What if we burst
Well,
in?
and these are like bandits.
So we're just going to jump in there and attack. Okay. Well,
You want to ask them nicely?
Well, remember last time this happened, I did that, and bad
That's
things.
fair. That's fair.
Do you want? I don't know. I don't mind. You know me. I'm okay for anything, but I just looking at them. Do they look like do they look like I don't know. Like, do they look like they're treating the people around them like pretty rudely? Like, are they like get out of here, like move out of my way kind of thing? When
They
What do you
kidnapped
mean?
a child.
I'm very
Yeah.
confused on what you're asking.
He's really nicely tied up. Like,
Yeah.
like it's like
They're
fun.
like kissing him on the top of the head.
They're like, you're gonna make us so much money.
Yeah.
Well, I think I agree. I think if we can get the attack on them, maybe we can take out one from here.
Well, Erie's really fast. What if you run through, grab the kids, run out?
That's what I was thinking. I can't grab both. The one is the same size as me, but perhaps I can grab the little boy and run straight through the middle of them. And then while I do that, you guys can
Wait a
distract them.
Pippin, do you have some sort of ability where you can create some sort of smoke screen or something?
Yeah, actually.
Interesting.
I can create a cloud of smoke with my alchemy supplies.
Because what if you do that and I grab the other and I grab daylight?
I don't know if it's a big enough smoke screen, to be honest. I think it's just a poof of smoke.
Are you able to throw it?
I don't think so.
Never mind then.
Okay, let's just do this. Pippin, creep around to the other side of the wood. Keep close to the tree line.
Okay.
In case we do need to attack.
We
Be at
should
the
do
ready.
this for
Well, you're ready. Sure.
And
Because I'm
then,
creeping.
and
Yeah.
then I will run through and grab the boy. Lonan, you run as fast as you can and grab the girl, and let's hope for the best.
Let's see if we can do this. Ready?
Okay.
Time to switch.
Should I shout a distraction?
Wait,
No, because
So,
you might
Pippin
be.
first.
They don't know you're here yet. So
Okay.
you might be
So
a
you can
good-
turn on.
before I run to grab, I'm going to shoot an arrow and then run.
What? No,
What?
that's not-
Oh, okay,
No,
so
we just
that wasn't the
fine.
plan, but the arrow's flying.
You
God.
idiot.
What?
Oh my god.
The arrow's flying. Okay, everybody.
You're not supposed to know we're here
Oh,
until it's too
Before
late.
I run.
I thought the plan was.
Listen. Please listen.
So, okay, you guys are off the screen right now because the battle map's weird. But,
I thought the plan
okay.
was that they're
Be as unnoticeable
they're
as
gonna
possible.
notice us.
So, yeah, you guys are
Yeah,
over
now they're
here.
gonna turn because they see the arrow and watch us run in.
Okay, so do we get a surprise round?
So, everybody roll initiative.
Oh my god.
Okay, and no, I'm gonna ask for my numbers. So, 25 to 20.
Me, 21.
21, okay.
Sorry, I thought it'd be okay. Like,
Okay,
I
19.
I was it was gonna be like a
19.
distraction arrow.
19
No,
to
they're gonna
15.
look.
Me, 19.
19.
Well, GG.
You just ruined everything.
14 to 10.
14.
You guys actually rolled pretty well today for your stuff. So you said 14?
Yes. Well, hopefully the kids don't die.
Okay, so who are you shooting at, Lonan?
Well, it was supposed to be just like a distraction arrow. I don't necessarily. I mean. it's
Oh,
fine.
so you're just shooting an arrow?
I just wanted to distract them. I'm not necessarily trying to hit anybody. I was just trying to distract them so they look at some.
So they look at us where the arrow came from.
Well, I guess if like I can shoot up in the air, in the air and distract them, right?
Hit the
I don't know what
fireplace,
you're
so sparks
trying to
That'll
explode.
still
do.
make them look at us. The arrow's
Yes.
coming from us.
Yeah, well.
So.
So you shoot the arrow, and so you're not aiming at anyone.
So there's another you go.
What was that?
I was counting 3, 2, and then he shot an arrow.
Yes.
So I'm running on one.
So you guys, okay. So
as fast as I can, still past the trace.
So yeah, you
I'm
can
going
go
for
first.
the little boy.
Okay. So you run. 20, 25, and the little boy is the red dice right here.
And I'm scooping him.
Scoop. Okay.
And then I'm gonna, keep going.
Okay. So roll a grapple check.
What would that be?
Athletics.
16.
16. Okay. So you managed to grab onto the boy, and he's like, "Ah! Help! Help!"
Shut up.
I'm putting my hand on his mouth.
Yep.
Like, not covering his nose. He can breathe still.
We get there and he's.
Okay. So you grab him.
And then I'm gonna keep running.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and go right through the middle of them.
So 15. So 25, 30. What's
Jump
your
the
movement
fire.
speed?
My movement speed? Let me find that. Which I.
The top in the middle.
40.
Why would you?
35, 40. So this is where you stop, about right here. There's like a log in front of you. You are around all these people.
How was that a good move?
She's
shooting
got
an
him.
arrow into the middle of them.
Alright, well.
Okay.
So your action was to grapple them then.
Okay.
Yeah. So the
But then, like, my next turn, I can keep running.
Yeah.
Right now they have the surprised effect.
Yes.
So you ran out of this guy. You ran past this guy, and it didn't. No opportunity attack.
Oh, yeah.
So next up is Lonin.
This is our surprise round, right?
Yeah.
So can I? Oh, shit. I the quiver arrow and just like, and then I just pull the person in. I will try to get Dela.
Dela, so you're going to run?
And I'm going to
5,
whatever.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yep. And I instead of running through, I'm going to run back from where I came. Once I grab.
Okay, so you're going to try to grapple?
Yeah.
So that's your action. So this is all your movement.
Sure.
Just to get there.
What is it again? Sorry.
Athletics.
2.
Dela rips her arm back and like, what are you doing?
This is the plan!
And next
She knows what this is.
Next is Pippin.
Okay. I'm going to run kind of around a bit, like right over here-ish.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Arrow
30.
matters.
So like, there's a trunk in the middle here of this tree, but you can you're like,
And I'm
you can see
gonna
some of
like
them.
cock my gauntlet back, like, and I'm gonna fire a little like torpedo, like, and cast a little grease puddle on the ground in front of those two closest to me.
Right here.
Yeah.
So
they
how
all
big is Grease?
It is. I think it's a 30. No, I think it's 20 foot. Let me tell you, right now. It's like 100 feet.
Yeah, 100 feet diameter.
It's a 10-foot square.
So right, you can't hit both.
Damn it. Okay.
Oh no. Yeah, you can't hit both.
I'll hit the. Oh. Sorry. No. Instead, then, can I hit the one that is closest to Erie?
This one?
Yeah.
Yes. So just right here.
Yeah. And he needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 20.
Oh,
Not
he
natural.
passes.
Yeah, not natural.
Wow, damn it. Okay, and then
Also, he slips and stumbles. But
and is
manages to do
Tenaculum
this feat.
still on Erie? I don't think we established that he was
Yeah,
on
it wasn't
his
taken
shoulder. And I'm gonna have Tenaculum use his vigorous salve on
No,
Erie.
we did. It would be on you.
Why?
Because he went into the woods,
Damn it. Okay.
and you were picking rocks out of him.
Never mind. Tenaculum's gonna use his acid spittle on that one.
Okay.
Okay, that is a 16 to hit.
Oh, wait, 1 second. There was another one here. I have to make it another
Wow.
one. Okay, he fell.
Acid spittle.
Okay.
16 to hit.
16 to hit. Hits.
Oh, good. I did 4 acid damage.
Okay.
So,
And they turn their head to look at you, this big burly guy with a big, thick black mustache
Ooh.
and beard. Okay, top of the round. It's back to Erie.
I'm gonna.
As they kind of like shake their heads, like, and the thin, small woman here, and the more lean one of the group, are like, "Get them! Don't let them get away!"
Okay. Does this have to be when I'm being attacked, or can I do this at any time?
What is that?
No, it has to be when they attempt to hit you. Yeah, because it's a reaction to that.
Okay. And do they have a fire?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
right next to me?
Yep.
Okay, that's not helpful.
if you dash, you'll get double movement. But that'll include your action.
Yeah, I know. But I just want to get this kid out of there before they have the chance to grab him again. So I'm going to, try to dash through the center.
This way,
of
so
them.
5, 10, 15. So they're gonna make it. This one is gonna make it an opportunity attack.
So while he does that, I want to do this.
Okay, so I'm gonna see if the attack hits first, and that will
Yeah.
kind of trigger. What hit or miss, we'll see if it happens.
Okay.
So that is a 14 to hit, which misses, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And as the swing of this club that they draw, as they go to hit you, as it misses.
I'm going to just like, I'm hugging the kid tighter to me and go, just like, concentration.
Brace.
And out of like, you can describe.
Yeah, and out from your feet, the ground will frost over and spikes of ice will shoot out as you continue to move.
Yeah.
Leaving that spot entrenched in
What?
ice. Can I
Is
see
that
that?
Is
That's
that
the ice crown.
ice crown.
That's the ice cream.
You already used the ability, that's it?
You can only use it once.
So-
And then you have to rest again, and then you can use it.
Cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So, ooh, they fail the saving throw.
Suckers.
So they're going to take 2 cold damage as
And
the ice
and
spike.
I'm like running
Yeah.
still.
Oh my god. As they collapse to the ground impaled by this.
Did I kill them?
Yeah.
What?
Just like straight up.
What?
Because it did 10 cold damage as it speared through their heart.
Nice.
Oh, sorry, I should have made you roll. My apologies.
That's
I don't know
okay.
why I rolled the
That's
dice. You won. You killed them anyways. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
No, let her roll. She might roll less, and we'll still be alive.
Yeah.
Too late, can't go back.
So now, so you keep running.
I'm running like into the woods looking for coverage.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 40, and then you dash.
Yeah.
50, and then, so Erie's gone for
Bye.
now. Erie's run
I'm
deep.
taking-
You're like 80 feet past the forest at this point.
I'm
The
going
kid is
to-
kicking,
I'm
though,
going
in
to
your
like
grasp.
put him down, like stop him.
Okay.
I'm gonna sound like a safe distance away and be like, "We're trying to save you. We'll get your sister out of here. I just need you to. Can you stay here and we'll come back for you?
And he has big, wide, pure black eyes.
Please just stay right here. I promise I'll come back for you.
Try.
Promise I will come back for you." And then I put him Piggy promise, and then we Piggy
promise.
promise. And
With
then I'm
his
gonna
talon.
put him in like a little
No,
bush
it's not talent.
or somewhere where he has.
He'll
like,
huddle into like the nook of some roots
and then
on
I'm
like
gonna give
gnarled
him my
roots.
cloak, and I'm gonna be like, "Put this over top of you."
It
So that,
leaves
you know.
2.
Sure.
Okay, and
And
then
I'm gonna look around me to try and like see for a landmark.
the tree that you put them down is a pretty gnarled old
Okay,
oak.
and then I'm gonna go back towards
Okay,
the.
so that
That's
won't
my
be until
turn.
next turn.
Yeah, yeah.
So next up is the one that fell, and so they're gonna stand back up with half their movement. The kid's gone, and they're gonna take out a dagger from their waist and attempt to throw it at you, Lonan.
No!
Am I not too? I'm not too close to. Oh yeah, sure. I didn't grapple her anyways. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Use her as a shield.
Yeah.
Oh, that missed. The dagger goes wide and flies a dink into a tree behind it. Damn. So they're trying to move.
So wait, hold on. Erie got the surprise, but then I didn't get the surprise.
We
again?
already
Because
did our surprise
the surprise round already happened. You went and your attempt was to grapple.
Okay. Oh, so
Daylight.
one of these rolled higher than 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind then.
They rolled higher than you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Grease. Don't have to do anything. They stepped out of grease.
It's only when when a grease appears, each creature standing in it, and creatures that enter the area or end their turn there.
Okay, yeah. So they stepped out. They'll take another one, and as they're running, they're going to bring out a spear from their back and attempt to thrust it at you, Lonan, again.
Jeez.
I'm gonna just run away.
That is a 15 to hit,
Yeah.
which...
It did.
Oh, that meets a beat that. Okay. So that's going to do 6 piercing damage as it rams into you.
Jeez.
Just into your side, just grazing your armor. But still, you have to take the effort to dodge, and it takes that 6 out of you.
Alright.
Next up is you, Lonan.
Alright. Okay, well, here's the question. If I were to try to grapple her again and then run away, the grapple would be my action, and then my bonus action would be running away?
Just your
Your
movement. You don't have
Sure.
to use the bonus
If
action
I were to
yet.
do that, I would be disengaging, right? Because he's right in front of me.
You wouldn't be you would possibly have an opportunity attack.
Okay, I'm done on you. Do it.
How about... Alright, how about if I... Okay, you know
I
what?
think we're just running, right?
I'm just going to honestly just tell Dela to, not resist the grappling. Dela, we need to get out of here. Your brother's been saved. Get in my arms now. Let's go.
Let me run on my own.
And then, okay.
And she will...
She will go with me. I'll
She's
run.
gonna jump the fire, actually.
What are the
And
grease?
run.
What are the grease?
She didn't enter it.
Oh, she didn't enter it. I'm like, I'm like just about
She
to talk.
falls into
And
the
she's
fire.
running over towards
I'm
the
just
same
about to
direction.
talk to Dayla. She's just already gone. Dayla.
No, you said what you need to say, and
Yeah.
then she's like,
Alright,
I can run my own.
I'll
and
run away
jumps.
then.
So are you gonna take a disengage action? Or are you gonna risk the opportunity attack?
Yeah, that's fine. All run away. If they want to hit me, they can.
Risk it and then use dash.
Risk
Sure.
it.
That missed. It was only a 10.
Good.
So they managed to,
All right, I run away.
okay.
I'm running back to where we
5,
came from.
10, 15,
Stop
20,
it.
25, 30. Nothing else?
I'm going to shoot an arrow at them because he did.
Yeah, you
stab
can.
me.
You can turn and go.
I'm going to be running and.
Do
Oh,
a Katniss
that
running
who?
backwards arrow.
Yeah.
Pardon? The one that hit me with the
Okay.
side.
The big burly one with
He
the
stabbed me with
spear.
the spear, right? 14.
14 misses. So the arrow, he hits it out of the air with his spear.
All right.
Wow, these guys are pros.
As I'm running away, I'm going to use my.
Action surge?
I'm going to use my action surge
Action surge?
to do an additional attack.
Okay.
So 1 arrow, 2 arrows. I'm basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put 2 arrows in the bow at the same time. Remember, these are the ones with the barbed inside of them. So
Okay, you have to make sure you're saying which arrow then.
Yeah, well, they're the
before
only
you
ones that
attack.
are on me on my quiver. So either
You have the other one still in your
Oh, I
bag.
guess they're
You
still
just
in
have to
my
make
bag.
sure you mention which one first.
Sure.
And make sure you're marking them down from your inventory.
Yeah, I only have 20 of these, so.
He rolled a 4.
They both missed.
Yeah, this one didn't even. This one flew wide.
It's backwards, like the feathers are on the other end.
Yeah.
Next one. This one's gonna
Well,
turn
right
to
away,
you,
at least.
Pippin. Doom. And take 2 attacks with their spear.
I'm gonna try to dodge.
Oh, that hits. The first one hits.
Okay.
Oh, second one misses, but just barely.
Okay.
Because your armor is 17, right? No,
What?
15. Oh, never mind. They both hit.
Oh no.
Never mind.
Oh no.
Scratch that. They both hit. So you're gonna take 4. 4 piercing and 6 bludgeoning as they try to hit you with a spear and then push right up into the side of your head with the butt.
Ouch. Jeez, what a hit. Okay. So that's 10 damage?
Yep.
Okay.
Next up is this one beside.
Why are you in battle?
What?
Why are you in the battle? You just ran
I haven't had a turn yet.
And this one is gonna draw a crossbow
on
towards
me.
you. Yep.
Does a crossbow? Okay.
And that is a 13 to hit, which misses. So the crossbow bolt, you see it as you turn, it flies far.
Yep.
Next up is Pippin.
I just realized they have my 10 gold.
Well, you don't know that. Just
Now it's not the time. I'm
It's
not there.
alright,
No,
fine.
Yeah,
You can just
do
hear
what you
whispers.
want. You're responsible.
I'm in a
Okay.
tree.
Okay, I'm gonna look at this giant, like, brigand in front of me, and I'm gonna say, see ya.
Okay.
And I'm going to turn and take the opportunity attack.
Okay. It misses. So
Nice.
as you
My
run,
duck.
which way are you running?
Just, like, completely away from him.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm not sure if you guys can see. Okay, you can still see.
Yeah, we can still see it.
And then I'm dashing out completely.
Okay. So, and then Pippin's gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am
so-
I the only one left in this area?
Yeah, so next up, that you've disappeared into the trees. This one will also, again, draw a crossbow. This guy here. And fire you, Lonan. Not one.
Nice.
They drop their crossbow.
Can you accidentally shoot somebody in front of him?
What?
Nothing.
There's no one. I would
Congrats.
have, but there's no one close enough.
Alright.
Because they're shooting this way. This has been running really bad.
Okay.
This crossbow bullet's like a stick
So
of
next up,
dynamite.
the
Oh,
thin
no.
woman will be like, "This is not acceptable," and she's gonna run forward 5, 10, 15, 20.
What is this?
I'm 20 to you. You're the only one in sight. They can't see anyone else.
Oh, I thought you were gonna have her run right up to me. I was gonna like.
No,
what kind of-
she's gonna run up to
Seven
you
fucking
and be like,
She's
"You're
like
gonna."
she runs past me and she runs away.
She just runs through you.
You're gonna stand and fight us
Oh,
now.
my god.
You're gonna roll a DC, a
Is she gonna try to
charisma saving throw.
What is this for? Like just.
You can hear the magic in her voice.
Oh, what am I doing?
Charisma.
Charisma
17.
17. So you pass.
Nice.
As you feel like kind of a little bit that you steel your nerves against menacing voice and the magic behind it. Dead. Well, no matter. And she's gonna like pull out a flute and play a little jig, and you're gonna hear a harsh ringing in your ears.
She's a bard.
As wood, and you have some small saplings to either side of you, as their bark erupts. And you have to
Rage, watch the
make...
cable idea.
You have to make a Constitution saving throw.
10.
10. Oh. So you fail as the ringing in your ears, blood trickles down as this intense thundering noise erupts around you. You're gonna take
How many dice?
8 thunder damage.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
As this terrible jig erupts in your ears. Okay, now it's back to the top of the round.
Me?
Yep.
I'm not going to be running back into the fight. I'm kind of going to be going around the edge,
Okay.
trying to come back to where we started.
Okay.
I'm still past without a trace, correct?
Yeah.
No,
Has
it
it
would have
been an
faded by
hour?
now because it
Oh,
was like
would it?
50 minutes to walk and you started before. So it would have been fading around now.
Okay.
You can hear the commotion of battle though.
Can I stealth though?
Yep, that can be your action. You can try to hide.
24.
24? Okay, yep, you are hidden, but you are hearing the commotions of battle, and you hear this horrible ringing noise, like erupt, and you can hear the shattering of trees, and you can hear the cry of Lonan.
You just hear this like.
So next up, this one again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh.
He's gonna wrap it in a stab and do this a similar move and try to sweep you off your feet.
You should have dashed instead of firing
I know.
arrows.
I know.
Oop, that was caught. That first one misses. Second one hits with a 21, I believe.
You're dead. The kid left too.
Yeah, 21 hits. So
did.
you're gonna take
You did.
You did.
They all did. You're gonna take 7 bludgeoning damage as the first spear misses, but it hits you in the side and causes you to stumble a little bit.
Okay.
Now it's your turn.
Alright, I'm going to run away.
Okay.
I'm going to get away this time. Hopefully.
So just run. Yeah.
Just run.
So you're not gonna. So you're gonna
I'm just going to run away.
no disengage.
I'll take the hit, but I'll take it as I'm like running away. Like
Okay.
he's stabbing me as I'm
If he
running.
hits you.
That is a hit.
Yeah. 300 damage.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's
Oh,
a
that one
snake
I actually
poison
rolled a
now.
6, but it fell on the floor, so it doesn't
Yeah.
count.
Okay, roll again.
Okay.
Oh, it's a 1.
Nick, don't look at my
Oh,
dice.
Oh,
sorry.
sorry. 100.
I'm re-rolling now because Nick is cheating.
What? No.
You didn't do it behind your screen. That's
Nah,
your
Don't
fault.
worry, you only take 4 bludgeoning damage.
I'm on the ground, just kidding.
Lonen's bleeding
I
and
can take like
dying on the
500
floor.
damage.
Okay, now run.
Now I'm just running.
So you're
Run,
taking
run,
the
run.
dash action?
Yep, running away.
Okay.
So
How's
all
yours?
of us are just like running through the trees.
Okay, as you run. The thing is, though, is they can keep dashing after you and continue just to run and follow you back. So we're going to continue staying in combat, and it's going to be a transitory running sequence until anyone decides to change the factor.
We
But
all kind of ran in different directions, though.
you guys aren't included.
Okay, so it's just Lonan.
It's
What?
Lonan and the,
Are you kidding me?
it's Lonan and the 4 and the 5 of them chasing after him.
Are you serious?
You should
Yeah.
have just ran.
So, Lonan, I'm going to get you to roll a series of checks. Tell me what you want to try to do, and I'll tell you the most appropriate roll to make, and we will see if you can make it out before they catch up.
That's, yeah.
Can I?
You will both
Can
be
I
hearing
do my-
these commotions.
Can I do my? Can I do my second wind while I do this?
You can do it before.
Sure, I'll do it right now. So it'll be 1d10 plus 2.
No? Plus 5? 4.
Oh, 'cause
Fighter
I
level.
leveled.
Have you never changed that?
No, I never changed it. Oopsie doopsie.
Oopsie doopsie.
Oopsie doopsie.
Oopsie doopsie.
So
We're all just like watching
11.
the trees.
I gained 11 HP.
You with both kids.
Yeah. Best of luck.
So I'm back up to 25 HP. Or what am I rolling again for?
Tell me what you want to do to try to escape, and I will tell you the most appropriate roll.
Okay, I'm going to... So they're continuing to just follow me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I am going.
You hear the clattering of weapons, and you can hear the occasional of a crossbow flying wide.
Okay. While I'm running, I'm going to light torches, and I'm going to toss them behind me and try to light a bushes and trees on fire.
Roll Arcana
And
to see how, because I'm imagining using your.
And I'm just gonna like where I create like the distraction. I'm going to run the opposite direction of where I'm at.
Okay, roll Arcana to see how effective
Come
you can
on.
be in this high stress situation.
13.
13. Okay.
It's just a wildfire.
So you manage to throw it off,
The whole
and you can
woods.
hear momentarily, at least the person in front runs in the wrong direction, distracted by the fire. But you can still hear footsteps behind you.
Okay.
Okay, what else do you want to do?
I'm going to.
Run into it.
How many people are behind me? Sorry.
It's kind of dark.
You can imagine. Are you looking behind, or
I'm trying to like continuously look behind while I'm doing certain things.
Okay, roll a perception check.
20.
Natural
Natural 20.
20.
Nat 20. Okay. So as you look around, you can see that definitely one has distracted you. And even while you're looking, as you turn around, you can see a good gap between the trees that you managed to jump through. And as much as you're not looking behind you now, you're hoping that you might have been able to throw someone else off the trail.
Okay. Since I rolled such high perception, am I able to see a tree that I could hide behind? Like if so, what I'm trying to do is like while he's running or whoever this is running behind me as fast as they can, I hide behind a tree, let him run past me.
Roll stealth.
Oh,
19.
Nice.
19. So you manage to see a tall spruce with its long, with its wide crown above you and its thick trunk. And you have the brilliant idea to jump
Can
behind
I also, at the same time, convert my cloak into a dark cloak?
Roll Arcana again.
Arcane 16.
16. So you do a beautiful ballet twist.
So like I'm running, I'm
As
just
you-
and then I just like and
and
then it's just like
everything
the color
becomes darker.
of trees.
And
Like,
you can-
camo.
You're gonna
And you
bark.
hear the sound of footsteps running past you and the shouts as they're running past. And you hear them die and die away.
I got away.
Good job.
Yeah. So Pippin and Eerie, what are you guys doing?
I went back. I was running back to the starting area. Noticed that no one was there. I'm assuming everyone has left from the circle.
Yeah, so you kind of ran around this way.
I'm
and
gonna
you're-
keep running around the side.
Yeah.
Don't see anyone.
I don't know, Pippin, what are you doing?
I
Did you just keep running, or?
yeah, I just kept running.
So eventually, Eerie, you hear, and just like Pippin.
Oh, did you return back to our camp?
No.
No, she looped around
I looped around the fire.
and ran towards where you were going. You can turn this off.
Oh,
Sure. Back to the normal one.
I don't. You see me running.
I'm gonna be like,
Ah, acid splash.
Oh yeah, roll ahead. I'm pretty sure that hits.
Yeah, it does. What's your armor class?
17.
No, I think she passes.
No.
No, she doesn't. Sorry, you don't. I rolled a 17.
What is your problem?
Pippin's
scared?
You rolled
scared.
more than 17. You rolled like you rolled a 19
No, it's plus 6.
plus 7.
Oh, really?
Your intelligence plus your
No, I
proficiency.
didn't update that. Okay.
You guys leveled.
I do 4 acid damage as a bottle of acid smashes into you.
She's like, my.
Yeah, and you feel it like burning onto your arm, but not like intensely.
Oh my god, I'm so
Damn
sorry.
you idiot!
I'm so sorry.
And I'm going to sweep his feet out from underneath.
Oh, rolled a hit.
What am I rolling? Oh, just rolling a hit.
Yeah, rolled a hit. Yeah.
8.
Hey, actually,
8.
and Pippin jumps
Yeah.
and manages to dodge it.
I'm gonna be like, shut up and come with me.
Okay, where are the children?
Come with me.
Okay,
Shut up and
I'm
come with
sorry,
me.
I'm sorry.
And I'm gonna run back towards, because I'm gonna assume that.
As you're rolling, you're hearing, Dominique, where are you?
Okay, I'm going
shut
towards,
up.
and
It's not like it's super loud, but it's like you can hear it as you're getting closer.
your brother's this way, and I'm gonna go towards the direction that the tree was in.
Yeah. Okay, and you guys aren't too far. And you go, Dayla?
Mm-hmm.
Dayla, are you there?
Mm-hmm.
Dominic, I'm coming. And you can see all the leaves rustling as he pushes out. Oh, Dominic, you're okay. Thank you so much. Do you know where your friend went? Or where the other ones went?
Oh no, where is
I have
Lonan?
no idea. I did a full circle run around. I didn't see anyone or anything.
Okay, we're gonna go this way.
Do you guys want to come back to our cart with us?
Do you think they're there?
I don't know.
We
I have
have
no
to-
idea where they are.
Well,
It's probably better if you stay with us.
where are you guys going?
to
Von
find our
Drassel.
friend. To find
We're
our
not
friend.
going back to Von Drassel. Thank you for helping us. I can't give you your gold back. I had to give it to them.
Don't go back to them.
No, I can't give you the gold
Oh.
back. No, I'm not going back. I'm gonna go this way. Try to run off the trail. I
I'm
don't
going
want to be
to
near the
cut
camp.
her brother's hand ties.
Yeah.
His.
Thank you, miss.
Okay.
You're really pretty. She's like 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be like, alright, well, just keep to the shadows and stay off the main roads and be as quiet as you can.
We're used to it.
Here. And I'm gonna give her my map of Kaderth.
What?
This will help you find out where you need to go.
It's really. Thank you.
Let's
And
go
they'll
find
quietly
Lonan.
go off into the night.
Right. Sorry about that, by the way.
Yeah, And there's like holes in my...
It's like, yeah, I think I do a shirt.
Let's go.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be like,
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so roll stealth.
Both of us?
Can I try to go back to where the whole situation happened to like see where they're at?
Yep.
20, not 20 though.
Okay, yeah.
Stealth. It's alphabetical, I can't find it. 18.
18. Okay, you guys are fairly good. Lonan, you also roll stealth.
19 or 18.
18. So you guys are quietly all going and walk past each other.
Oh god.
We walk past each other?
Yeah.
Without seeing each other?
Without seeing each other.
Maybe he went back to the cart.
To camp?
And you
Let's-
get back
let's go
and you
through
see
it.
the fire still burning.
Is there anything around there? They didn't leave any of their gear.
No, and no one's.
And as I'm there, I'm just like, Eric, Pippin, hello. And then,
Nothing.
would I know my way back to the cart?
You'd be able to figure it out.
Okay, I'll try to find my way back to the cart.
Okay. All of you roll stealth again.
Oh gosh.
Oh, nice.
17.
9.
22.
Okay, so Pippin and Eerie, you guys are very quiet, but you hear some twigs snapping, and as you fall and stumble to the
Is it
ground.
close
with it.
by?
It's like off to your right a
As
little
much
bit.
again.
I'm gonna grab
But it's
a
very-
bottle of acid, and then, like, Eerie grabs my hand.
Because it was very distinctly low.
Yeah, that's lonely. Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's
Then
been a long
let's
night.
Go. I'm gonna walk towards Lonan and be whispering.
Yes. Yes. I
Eerie,
can see that.
and you'll hear footsteps beside you. I knew I'd find you.
What?
It is the slender woman from before. Wait until the others come. I'll have your heads.
What?
Are we near her to see this?
You guys are all nearby.
She's just standing beside us?
She's like 15 feet away.
I'm going to shoot an arrow at her.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, shoot out.
I'm going to...
No. Lonan first.
Oops, I closed my book. 15.
15 hits.
And I'm going to try to grapple her, like doing if I can hit.
Oh, yeah, you can use that arrow.
Yeah, which I literally just closed the book, which I don't know why I did because what page was it on?
I have no idea.
Here, you try to find it.
So roll your damage first.
Got it.
How did she find it?
1d8. I have no idea.
They were still looking through the woods.
So 5 piercing damage.
5 piercing? Okay.
And then the which one do I use? I think it was the grasping and the piercing is what I do. Or grasping and the bursting, right? Is what
I
I
don't
choose.
know.
I'm gonna do grasping.
Yep.
2d6
Poison.
4, 2. So 6 poison damage.
And then
her speed's reduced by 10 feet, and
I don't have to make a saving throw or anything?
it says when this arrow strikes the target, the conjuring magic creates grasping poisonous brambles which wrap around the target. This creature is hit by the arrows that takes an extra 2d6 poison. Its speed is reduced by 10 feet, and it takes 2d6 slashing damage the first time on each turn it moves.
Okay, as this cage of vines wrap around this woman's body, she lets out a screech. You're not gonna get away!
I cast Ray of Sickness.
Okay.
18.
18 hits.
This also lasts 1 minute on her, and she can't move. Every time she moves, she takes damage.
Where everyone can
Was it just her?
Yes.
Right now.
That's 10 poison damage.
Ooh, wow, okay.
And you have to make a Constitution saving throw.
What am I beating?
My spell save DC.
13.
You fail.
Okay.
And you are poisoned until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
So I grab a huge vat and dump it on her of poison.
Okay. And then did you want to do anything here?
Yeah, I'm just gonna hit her over the head with my quarterstaff.
Oh, okay.
We're like, magic, magic.
Is Worthington with us?
No.
Blunt force trauma.
Worthington stayed with Gray.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we rolled a hit.
Oh my god.
She does have the poison
I rolled
condition
a
too.
nat 1.
Oh no. Poison condition doesn't affect that.
Fury blows.
I
Don't
rolled a
say
nat
it.
1.
You can still flurry blows.
Oh,
So you
okay.
miss and the quarter stuff tumbles to the ground as you lose your grip.
So I just start punching her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so roll your first one.
Through the vines.
14.
14. Misses.
No.
Ouch.
She hit the lines.
Yeah.
So her AC is 15.
And 16.
16 hits.
Okay.
16 hits.
Great.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Good job there.
1d4.
Smarty pants.
Oh, 4, so 8.
8. Oh, I rolled the 8. That's so much.
That is a lot.
I rolled a 4.
So as you hit her and she
plus
coughs,
4.
you hit her in the gut and she coughs and blood comes up. She's like, "They'll find you. I swear they'll find you. They won't leave me behind." And
Yeah,
then
they're gone.
How close to the camp are we? Like, what would we say? Where the card is? Like, would I know from the help? No.
roll survival really quick for me.
13.
13. You know you're quite a while. You guys haven't been far. Probably like 40 minutes, maybe a little less if you go fast.
All right. Okay.
But you can tell just by what she's talking that she's probably there's other people probably close. She's gonna attempt to take a step. And how much damage does she take?
2d6 piercing.
You can roll that.
Sorry, 2d6 slashing damage. Slashing damage.
Slasher.
Slash.
Slasher, Lonan. Slasher.
6. Oh, as she and stops, as like large gashes appear on her arms.
What does poison do?
She has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Good.
So the same, and also if anybody tries to remove her brambles, I think they take damage as well too. But, anyways, so she tried to move away, but she couldn't move.
Instead, she pulls out her flute.
No, don't let it.
Can I try and kick it out of her hands?
I will let you use your reaction because it's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to.
Yes.
So roll the hand.
While she tries to kick it out of her hands, can I try to take my rapier and stab her in the
We'll
throat?
see if you can't stow your bow and get your rapier.
Okay,
in
no
time.
problem. Sure.
I rolled a 15.
A fit. That is just enough to kick it out of her hand.
So it's like,
So Eerie is stumbling and she's drawing her bloody arms and hands. She's gonna kick the
I'm
flute
like,
out of her
not
hands.
today!
No!
And then pick it up and snap it.
Oh, that's fine. You
Yeah,
can do that.
okay.
Oh
Yeah.
no, it probably was good. That's okay.
And be like,
Okay. Did you want to? You can do something else.
Well,
that
if
you
I
want,
can't, if I can't stab her there, I'll try to shoot her in the neck then with another arrow. I guess.
Okay.
That is 23.
That misses. No kidding.
Yeah. All right. 1d, and then I will do, because I already did the thing. I'll just do my.
This is a regular arrow.
Yeah. No, I'll do. Well, how much? She's probably. What does she look like? She's pretty.
She's
beat up.
looking bloodied and
Coughing up
screaming,
blood,
and
yeah.
like her arms are all gashed
She's
I'll
out.
do
Screaming.
bursting arrow just.
Not giving me anymore.
I'll do bursting arrow if.
Eerie is close enough to take damage from this.
Oh well.
that's first.
I
Oh, that's
was
a different
kicking
one?
in a flute
Use
out
this,
of
don't
her
use
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Can I do my first attack, and if she dies, then obviously, or does
You only have one attack.
Okay, so.
Come on. You want to
You have to choose, yeah.
I won't do it then. I won't do it. I'll
So
just
it's
do normal.
attack.
Just normal. 3 damage.
Can I attack now?
Sorry, 4 damage.
I was like, only 3?
4 damage.
Can I attack?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to be like, Tenaculum, combo acid splash, and we're both going to use our acid attacks.
Oh god, okay, so both roll their attack rolls.
So, blue is me, and this one's Tenaculum. So, I rolled a, like, 18,
And the hit?
and Tenaculum rolled a 13.
Attack and misses.
Okay. Well, we still did it, like, our acid, like, twirled in a double helix.
But the top helix misses, the other one hits her straight in the face.
6 acid damage.
As it hits her in the face and burns through, and she just falls limp, slowly falling and getting ripped apart by the thorns.
Gross.
I'm
Let's
going
run.
to just start dashing away.
Yeah, let's run
Okay.
away.
Okay, go.
And you guys run?
Yeah, run in.
Running through the forest, the sounds of any shouting, laughter from her screams, fading behind you. You guys managed to hit the edge. You can see Gray, relaxing, with a kebab. with Worthington, resting by his feet. All is right, and you guys are safe.
So we'll jump into the cart and say, go, go, go.
Let's go.
Oh, I was gonna say that's what we end the
Oh,
session,
yeah,
but gotta jump in at the end, I guess, Pippin.
We run off. The cart rumbles away, and then the end
And then
appears on the
end
screen.
Yeah, Finn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the 13th session
Yeah.
of AllFunNDice.
Woo!
13 episodes, baby.
Thanks for watching,
Yeah,
guys.
thanks
Thanks,
for
guys.
coming, everybody.
Check out our episode from last week, because we dressed up
Yes,
as our characters for Halloween.
Cosplay was beautiful. Good
It was a
stuff.
good
it
cosplay.
was very fun.
Thanks.
Even if you just
Mine
want to
was
look
good.
at the thumbnail just to see what it looks like, it's really good. I was
Yeah.
very happy with
Really
the
loving the. I will say I love the art on the channel. Like
It's
Yeah.
looking so
Thank
good.
you,
I
Rail.
like it a lot.
You were so talented.
seriously, amazing job.
Yes,
Jake.
thank you,
And
Rail.
Ricky.
Oh, that was so
And
good. And
Ricky.
Ricky for doing all
Yeah,
of the
Ricky,
layout
like-
stuff. She
And
was
thank you,
wonderful.
Robert, for all your hard work.
Lovely DM. Lovely.
Look at them all.
Lovely,
And
lovely.
thank you, Saber,
For being.
Show
for
her.
licking your bunny really loudly the entire
Yeah.
time.
Yes, oh, she deserves it.
She deserves all the praise.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you next time.
We'll see you next week on Friday.
Yeah.
Same time.
I might be on later tonight, but if not, tomorrow morning for a little while. So I will see you guys then. Have a good one, everyone.
All right.
You guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.